Hello, everybody.
Hi, Fat Thief.
Jay got kicked out, and he's living in a shanty on the Lower East Side.
Yeah, I'm blowing the guy down the hall. It's a great deal.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you smoke meth in your family's
I
living
never
room.
saw you can never see that Bloodsport poster, dude. Look at that Bloodsport poster back there.
Oh yeah, that's sick. Is that one of those like Amazon that you get? And
Yeah,
it's like
it's not legit. I mean, it's not like the glossy one. I wasn't gonna pay like $60 or $70 for that.
no, but as long as it's not like that silky shit, like Mr. Silk underwear.
Yeah, the silky one is that Nightmare on Elm Street is silky, and then that Scream one though there's a Scream one behind me. That's like that fucking fake paper.
Oh yeah. You can't tell though. Like on video, at least you can't tell. You can't tell
No.
until you touch it or try to rub your dick on it.
Yeah.
That's when you know that's how you test things, by the way, when you order them on eBay. If you want to know if they're real quality, it's like one of those diamond scanners people put rings under. Just rub your dick on it. Your dick knows. It's and by dick I mean Richard. YouTube, please stop demonetizing every fucking video we make. I meant Richard. What's a guy called Richard supposed to do with his life if he can't talk about his own name?
Become a rapper and name himself Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky. That guy, yeah, he's like, you fuck with the war?
Yeah, dude, that guy's fucking badass. That's what he's one of the best freestyle rappers I've ever heard. He was on. I was watching one of the. Oh, dude, like legit badass. He was on Sway. He was on Sway, and like because it was just one of those clips. Like people were reacting to this. It was a freestyle rapper, but dude, that guy fucking holy shit. But and it all makes sense too. It's not. I mean, he does say stupid shit, like obviously stupid stuff when he mixes his rhymes. But dude, like it's on the cuff. Like it's literally off his cuff. It's amazing.
That's crazy. I would not have expected him to be a good freestyle rapper, mainly because he's white, but also because he's like a joke rapper or whatever, right? So
yeah, he's never. I mean, I think he's done when they were doing a freestyle. He's done like a semi-serious songs, but he said he likes to think of himself as a rapper, but / comedian. So he uses comic techniques in his rap.
I like it. That's what you got to do when you're white. If you're going to be a rapper, just try to make some comedy in there because no one's going to be Eminem. And if you're not Eminem, then you're just Vanilla Ice and there's no in between, you know, or you're Machine Gun Kelly, which is, well, he got to have sex with Megan Fox. So I guess he wins, but you know, F that guy.
He wins the internet for life.
Yes.
He got to have sex with Jennifer's body. Whoa.
Probably like at least 9 times.
Well, you would if you were married to her. You would do it at least 7 or 8, 9 times. You'd wear that vagina out.
Yeah, I imagine what it's be like renting an Airbnb and like, oh, it's Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, and like,
so what are you gonna do? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stay inside you for a while, huh? No, yeah, we'll just stay.
They came on everything, and there's drug residue all over the place. How are you guys doing tonight on this friggin' Wednesday evening? How are you doing in the chat? There's some people in here like before we got here, which makes my heart wet. Yeah,
if you're wondering what this is here, my wife beats me. That's what I'm here to tell you all. No, I actually got, dude, it's weird. I got a splinter in my forehead, like a splinter.
Were you trying to give wood to Pinocchio, head to Pinocchio?
Yeah. Like a fucking Groot challenged me to a headbutt contest and I lost. But no, I walked into some limbs or something and like a splinter got in there, so I was picking at it.
Were you in the forest?
I was trying to pick it out with my fingernail, but it obviously I scraped off skin. I literally got to a couple days ago. I had a Band-Aid on here. I look like Nelly, but in the wrong place, which is right here. Just a Band-Aid.
I am number one.
Yeah.
I did see it. I was gonna bring attention to it because I'm not rude. You know, some people would. They'd say, "Hey, what the fuck is that on your head?" It's not that bad actually. It's fine. I got this thing. I'm not as close as you are, but I have this like weird fucking like skin tag thing here on my eye, and it's probably cancerous. I hope it's not. But you know, I don't know if it's like I told Katie, I was like, touch it. And she's like, it looks like maybe it's like a blackhead. I'm like, I'm dying. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Tell me
when you're having sex with men, you got to make sure they don't shoot it in your eyeball. It can lead to all sorts of infections.
It's probably shingles. It's probably cock shingles. I got shingles in the cock.
The eyeball.
Yeah, it's the same
thing. You went to the doctor and you had to explain to him like, "Oh, my boyfriend shot a big load into my eyeball and now it's infected." Because he's gonna be like, "Oh, how'd this happen?" It's like, I don't know. I was like in the shower and I guess I got soap in my eye and I was allergic to it. And they're like, "That's not how it works." It's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Okay, someone gouged in my eye." What do you mean to say?
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed this, Peter, but I'm a pediatrician. You're sitting on a fire truck. Yeah. Hey, so I'm still confused as how you got the splinter. I don't have a believable story from you yet. Like you said, you walked through some branches.
Yeah, I was walking the dogs and like the branches were like overhanging the yard, and I like was walking through. I was playing hide and seek with the dogs. Okay, I have a sad life, and that was the only entertainment. I don't have children, so I was like, "Oh, who wants to go play with Daddy?" And like they were like running around, they weren't looking, so I ducked into some trees to hide from them, and then I was gonna like whistle, and then they were gonna run past me, and then I was gonna laugh at them.
Oh, okay,
that was the highlight of the day. And then unfortunately I walked into some branches that were overhanging, and it slapped me in the face, and then that's where the splinter came in.
Here's some wood for you.
Long dark tail.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. Well, now I have the information I need. I can connect the dots and make a fair assumption of what actually happened. I appreciate that very much.
There's no way that someone could tell that story if they put you on the stand for like, what were you doing out there in the middle of the night? It's like, I was playing hide and seek with my dogs, and you went through the whole sad tale, and they're like, nobody is that dumb to actually do that for one, but actually no one's that stupid to like actually make a story up like that. It's just too dumb.
I don't know why, but I believe him, yo. I do. So tonight, my friends, ladies, gentlemen, in betweens, cream betweens. Here's what we're doing. We are going to be tier listing all of your. I had everyone who's going to be in the chat tonight send me wiener picks. And what we're going to do is we're going to share them with you, and we're going to rate them on 1 to 10 scales, everybody's wiener. And if you don't have a wiener, you have to send us the last wiener that you spent the night with. And
make sure you're at least 18 and older only.
Yeah, and if you're not, you have to send us your dad's wiener. That's the rules. That's it.
Yeah, we'll accept that. We'll accept that.
No, what we're doing tonight is it's a tier list. It's a tier list. We're doing PG-13 movies. Now, when I thought about doing this, I thought there's not going to be enough.
There's a lot.
There's so many, and honestly, so many good ones. Like it makes you really think: is PG-13 horror that bad? I don't know.
No, it just depends on if the director is actually a good director, or if he's a ex-sucking piece of shit like Rob Zombie who has lice in his beard. I don't know. I'm kidding. Whatever. Rob Zombie's got some good things about him sometimes. Okay, but sometimes it's low hanging fruit. I shouldn't say anything about Rob. It's just low hanging fruit.
Well, he tried to do PG shit with like the monsters, right? And that apparently was a train wreck. I didn't watch it. I don't care. But
I was going to, and then I got bored within like 10 minutes. I was like, no, I'm good.
You decided you have a life to live. You have dogs to play hide and seek with, and that's just all it is. But yeah, so those of you who don't know, we pick a movie, we rank it, and then if JFI, it's a new punk band. It's not AFI, it's JFI. I had a couple surveys, Jay. I'm just gonna be honest with you before we started this. So
you don't say I could smell your breath like an alcoholic stepfather at the dinner table. Dad's drinking again. Someone lock him up. It's like fucking you're like that old goddamn redneck from Sling Blade. What you do with that? What you do with that lawnmower blade there, Carl? I reckon to kill you with it.
Bud Light. Yeah.
Who was that? He was a country singer. Who is that guy? The guy that played the dad.
Was he also in? He was also in Wedding Crashers.
I don't know. I just know he was a country singer. I mean, he's apparently a popular one too.
Oh fuck!
What the fuck's his name? You all probably know in the chat, dude. He's actually a pretty good goddamn actor. I mean, he's not really like having to really stretch his acting ability. He probably just acts like that, or he grew up like around people like that, so it's not really that hard.
It's like, hey, Toby Keith, we need you to play a redneck who really loves America. I'll put a boot in your ass. Anyways, we'll start it.
Put a boot in your ass. Yeah, that's the American way.
Hey. I did the punk version of it. Hey, America. 1408 is one that I picked randomly off the list. This is already tough, man. It's already tough from the get because this movie is pretty fucking good, in my opinion. I like it. I enjoy it. I haven't seen it in a while, and I always forget what happens.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, obviously the book is. I feel like the book is extremely more scary. It was way more scarier, but I mean that always happens with Lost in Translation. It's still a solid film, and John Cusack's badass, and Samuel L. Jackson's badass. It's a winning combo in Hollywood, I think, to put them together in a movie. Overall, it's a little bit watered down version of the Stephen King short story. Stephen King short story actually fucking scared me. This one, like, it's a good like popcorn movie, I think. So I put it at I'm like I could put it at fuckable or real awesome. I feel fine either way.
I'm torn. Yeah, I'm torn on that one. So just then we'll do this. We'll use it as an example for the people who may not play this game with us before. When Jay and I are torn, which I'm right there with you. I don't know if it's fuckable or real awesome. I sort of lean toward real awesome, but I'm not sure. Yeah. But we put it to a vote in the chat, and I'm going to do that now. And this is sort of a mix between Friday Night Fights and doing this. We let that get you guys involved in it and makes it really fun because you always got to have a guy in the corner of the room jerking off and filming it, possibly. Maybe he gets involved.
Also, Natalie Imbruglia playing Torn, because me and Mike are torn.
Sex song.
See, the guy's jerking off somewhere with Natalie and Bruglia. I can't say her name 3 times fast. Say it.
Natalie and Bruglia. Fuck, you got me on the last one. God damn it.
Mike, that was Fruity and Slip. He's been drinking Natty Light because it sounded like you said Natty Light at the end.
It's a Fruity and Slip because I'm gay.
What did you have?
Oh, I just had two beers. Just two little bit. They were on the thicker scale. We went to Roll and Oven. They had trivia going out there. Didn't stay for all of trivia. I can only do music trivia, by the way. I can't do like smart people trivia. I kill at fucking music trivia, but like regular trivia, I suck shit.
Yeah, I would love to do it. If they ever have a Star Wars trivia, invite me.
I will need you if that day comes.
Probably won't.
I will need you greatly.
Unless you're eating pizza out of a D&D nerd fucking dungeon, you're not gonna have it.
Well,
I think Shamrocks has had it before. But we were out one time at Shamrocks, which is, by the way, Shamrocks is a local like college bar, and they do these kind of trivia nights too. But me and Mike we blew ass. We were out there one time and they were doing movies, and but they were asking really like, what was the 1938 Academy or nominated for an Academy Award starring Susan Buckcheeks Fairchild, and you're like, what the fuck? And somebody be like, that was this movie. I was like, you were a liar and Google motherfucker.
Yeah, it was tough. We did not do well. I don't do well at trivia usually. The only thing they had a pop punk night one night, and I was fucking raging, dude. I was crushing shit, and then we had to leave. It sucked. But yeah, you should come on Tuesday. They do it on Tuesdays. This was Wednesdays, like regular trivia. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. No, not Star Wars, just like music or like regular. But that's the fun thing. If you have a whole team doing trivia, then if you suck, it doesn't matter. You can just sit back and drink, and then when you know something, you become useful, and that's the whole point. It's a good time, Danny in the sack. But you guys, I just put that vote in there. I can't spell, so I put real weesome. That means awesome or fuckable. It's for you guys to decide. Meanwhile, let us get to you, because you're the reason we're here, and we love the way you smell, and we love the way that
we love the way your look, and you're gonna love the way you look. We guarantee.
Yeah. And even if you guys come first, you always just deal with the numbness and the tickling until we come. And that's what we love about you so much. Speaking of that, Creasefold says, we're not hosting an intergalactic kegger down here.
No, I can't remember what movie. What is that from?
I want to say Spaceballs, right? Doesn't it sound like a Spaceballs show?
No, yeah.
Movie trivia.
Critters.
Critters. We fucking failed you, Creasefold.
I know. We're not hosting an Is it Starship Troopers? I don't fucking know. Or is it Independence Day? There's so many movies that it could belong to. We're stupid. God.
Independence Day is a good guess, because the guy who does the duster plane, he's always drunk.
I know that line though. We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger down here. What the fuck movie is that from?
Yeah, you got me fucked up, man. You got me really fucked up. But we appreciate it. Wyatt Atlee says, especially excited for this one. A lot of underrated PG-13 gems out there. Love you guys and hope everything's all right. Happy Pride Month to all who celebrates it.
Hey, thanks, Wyatt, man.
Woo!
That's a sweet thing. Later on, I'm gonna give you a hand job. But yes, that's a sweet thing for you to say, and thank you so much. Things are going, but we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we're here. We're living, and again, I agree. Happy Pride Month to those who do celebrate it. It's going to be a party all month long. I may go to the Pride Festival this year. I hope that no fights break out. I saw some weird shit breaking out at one of them. There's a bunch of, people being like, "Stop being gay," and people are like, "I can't, motherfucker," and then they got in a fight in the streets.
And then someone got stabbed with a dildo, and some anal beads came out, and they used them as nunchucks. It was a mess.
Yeah, it was nuts.
But light cans were thrown.
Yeah, I was in the middle of it, just bent over, going, "Who wants some? Who wants some?" And nobody interacted because they know
your ass in my face.
Fight.
Your face in my ass.
I'll show you how to be. Corey Reed said the northern states look like Silent Hill. Oh yeah, the smoke, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's from the Canadian fires, right?
Is that what it's from? The Canada shit. The Canadian shit fell like it. Someone had a fan on, and all the smoke came over to New York. So New York is like a blazing. It looks like when you put a pizza in your oven and you pass out because you're drunk. You wake up at 2 a.m.
I saw the pictures of it. It looks like God's toking it up and just blowing it on New York. I was like, God damn, he's smoking that cosmic dust.
It's gnarly, dude.
It's like, yeah, I heard about the Canadian fires causing. I heard it's pretty bad. Like, it's like the worst air pollution since the 60s or some shit like that. I don't know. It looks pretty rough.
That's great. If you guys live out there, be safe. Be safe. Don't. I don't know what the rules are. I haven't been paying that much attention to it, but just be safe. Don't go out there like, taking deep breaths. I don't care. I have to jog today.
No, dude, I'd be like Bobcat Goldthwait in Police Academy. Remember when they throw the fucking smoke gas in there and he like goes in without a mask? And he's like, ah! He's like, I'm just gonna be inside. And it goes back in.
That shit's crazy. It looks post-apocalyptic, man. Nighttime says, I want wiener. Sorry, you misspelled candy.
I want candy. Boom.
Dot, 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 dot.
Candy makes you dandy.
I know a guy who sucks me right. Do 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 do. Gonna put it in his butt tonight. Do 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 do.
You know what it is?
I wrote that song.
I want candy. Every time he's I want candy, or even hear that song, I literally think of fucking the dude from Half Baked. Candy makes you dandy. Because I didn't even know up until Half Baked, I had no idea that candy was a like a street name for like heroin. Or is it heroin? I think it's no, maybe it's
in
not
the movie.
heroin.
It was. Or, no, yeah, I think it was heroin, or it was either that or cocaine.
Let me call my ex-wife real quick. She'd know.
Oh shit! How about this, dude? How about old Mothman Prophecies? Mothman Prophecies. That's tough one.
Yeah, dude. I like get out of my face with that, you sexy goddamn putting a squirrel up your butt, Richard Gere. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about All Timer. It's an All Timer to me. I love it. I loves that shit right there. I loves that shit.
Ooh,
and it's scary. You know what? It's weird. Like, dude, like it's not really. I mean, it's obviously horror, but it's more of a thriller element to it, and it's also like kind of heartbreaking as well. There's only two parts that really fucking scare me. Well, one part is when he rolls over in bed and the music kind of comes up and his dead wife is laying there. And,
yeah,
I was like, God damn it. I was like, bitch, just stay dead. I'm trying to collect the money off the insurance. But the second part that really scares me was the part where the girl is like, wake up, number whatever, at the very end. When she had remember she was having those dreams, and then she was like the number whatever survivor. That's fucking scary to me. I don't know. And I mean, it's also mysterious. You don't even know what the Mothman is. Like, is he there for good, or is he an evil thing, or is he just like an alien that watches shit? He's a voyeur.
He's a fucking peeping Tom.
Yeah,
it's like your dad is big, and I have never seen his face. I think you know, I would probably say real awesome, but I'm gonna say All Timer with you. Just out of pure love for this movie. We did a full commentary of this with Eric from Pretty Much It that we had a good time doing.
Yeah,
and that night got crazy.
He touched our legs while we were watching. Our legs were touching, and then we got sweaty because our legs were touching, and then he put his hands on both of our knees, and next thing you know, we're doing our own Mothman Prophecies.
Normally when Eric comes, like we have to do like we're always doing like a 3-movie thing or like a whole season or whatever. Yeah. But this time we only did this movie because we knew we want to go.
Eric wanted to go out though. I think that's why. Eric wanted to go out.
So like we just do whatever he wants to do when he comes. So we were excited to do that. And we went out, and it was like I was like, Eric, he's like, what? I was like, man, you gotta button up a couple buttons on your shirt.
Oh yeah, he had his chest out.
Yeah, he had a button all down here. He looked good. I mean, I thought
he's a great looking guy, but you know, I was like, dude, what are you, fucking John Travolta from Urban Cowboy? You gotta get us killed. You can't go out looking like that.
I was like, dude, it's Kentucky. We're going to a bar. You're gonna have to button that thing up. And he was like, I don't remember if he did or
he did. No, he did.
Yeah, I did. I felt bad afterwards, but I think is that the night we ended up at the strip club?
No, we went to we went there first, then we wound up we went to karaoke.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That guy's a party, man. We love Eric. I'm going to go with you, Jay, on this one. I'm going to say All Timer as well, just out of pure goddamn nostalgia. It's not a perfect movie. And if you guys have noticed, by the way, I made the slot smaller since what happened last time.
It's a skinny wiener.
Yeah, it barely goes in there. Love that man. I can't wait to see his face again and to smell his smell.
Well, we're supposed to do it when what's Invincible season 2.
Maybe, yeah. Hopefully, I hope we do. That'd be fucking awesome. Zach Hurt says, "What's up, guys? I've been rewatching the Wolf Creek series since the reviews. Do you think Mick Taylor should be a horror icon? If not, why? Your thoughts, Jim? Did you ever watch Wolf Creek?
I want to say maybe. I don't know. It's possible, but I'm not sure. Mick Taylor. That name sounds familiar, but I don't know. I can't answer the question.
He's the one.
I don't know. I didn't do the goddamn homework assignment, teacher.
It's enough. I would say, I think, Zach, I'm going to say that he needs... No, I'll throw him in there. I'm fine with throwing him in there. I'd say to really solidify him, one more Wolf Creek movie would put it over the top, because right now he only has 2, but he does have the series, and the dude's scary as fuck. Like, he's charismatic, and he can trick you, but he's also fucking wackadoo. Personally, for me, I call him a horror icon. But I think that he will be very overlooked in the scheme for most people, for sure. Need one more movie, man. Need one more fucking movie, dude. One more.
You are not Japanese. You are not a Tanaka. You never told me. Using a technique that works.
Look,
mind.
Katana so still.
To honor you, Shidoshi. Did we ever do it? Well, we can't do it necessarily. I mean, unless somebody recommends it in the Patreon. I don't think we've ever done a commentary on Bloodsport, have we?
No, we did a Bloodsport commentary. We did. It's on the Patreon.
I forgot. That movie's so goddamn good. I do it twice and not even care.
Yeah, I do it back to back.
Yeah.
In the case of 1408, my friends, 1408, you guys decided that this movie is real awesome. 64% to 36%.
I concur.
Awesome.
I concur.
Get in there, John. It's so thin. It's like a little thin. It's like a little thin wiener.
Thin mint.
Get on in there, little shot Cusack.
There you go. That's actually pretty good right there.
My wife was saying, she was like, in Louisville, they're doing like John Cusack is coming and presenting Say Anything, like, and talking to the audience, like one of those Q&A things. And at first I was like, yeah, we should. And then I thought, John Cusack's kind of fucking weird these days. I don't know if that'd be.
I haven't seen much of him. I like his movies though. I mean, I always think like John Cusack when I watch him, like I don't know, dude. When I watch a movie with him in it, it makes me feel safe. He's like the older brother. He's like, don't worry about it. We're gonna go to the horror movie. It's gonna be fine. But he's like the one that talks you into going to the horror movie. And he's like, it's gonna be totally cool. Don't be a pussy.
That totally checks out. Yeah, I can see that. He'd be like the older brother that would take you out drinking, but you'll know that he'll stop you if you drink too much.
Maybe. Yeah. He wasn't like that in a Hot Tub Time Machine, though. He was a depressing asshole.
Yeah. And sometimes, and he'll fall in love or some shit and not even care what you're doing. Andres Martinez. Andres, however you say your name. The little mints on the pillows. I love
Andres Martinez.
It's like one of those fucking, he's the champion. Halloween Resurrection feels like PG-13.
It feels like a piece of shit.
I think there's a tit. I think there's titties in Resurrection. Isn't it?
Is there titties? I think
the redhead when like she's gonna do like the Bam Margera looking motherfucker and they fall into the bones.
I don't think they showed her boobies.
Well, there's some deaths like the tripod goes into the neck. But yeah, and he says I think there's some fuck bombs, but I agree. Honestly, it shouldn't exist at all. If we're being
I think you're allowed to say fuck once.
One time.
I mean, no, Guardians of the Galaxy had the first fuck bomb ever in a Marvel movie, and that was still PG-13.
Yeah, I think you can definitely do it once, maybe twice.
You got to pick your battles. Sure. You got to make sure you save that fuck up for something awesome.
You get your ass out there and you find that goddamn dog. I'm
Michael Myers ain't a fucking soundbite. That's what they should have done.
Killer Shock.
Fucking Killer Shock.
I'm closing my eyes and I'm picking. And the thing I picked was Anaconda. When you can't breathe, you can't scream. It's like, what, bitch? This doesn't have anything to do with the snake.
It's fuckable to me. It's funny. It's fun. It's funny and like it tries to be scary in a lot of ways. And it's like, dude, John Voight is like unintentionally hilarious in this movie. He's trying to be like all like sinister and scary and shit.
Sort of
like,
Trump.
You just remind me of my drunk uncle at every barbecue ever in July. You just like this fucking guy. You make up stories. You're really lying. You got a fake ponytail most likely, and then you're sitting there talking about the Bloodsport Shidoshis that you were a part of when you were a young man. I don't know. And then you get more drunk, and then you're like, let's set some fucking fireworks off. And it's like, why? You're drunk. It's like, don't worry about it, you pussy. But dude, to me, it's a fuckable movie. Just
you don't need sunscreen.
But no, but also, you got to give it up for like, dude, the fucking sweaty, good-looking Jennifer Lopez in that, as well as oh my god, my god in heaven. Ben Affleck watched that movie and he was like, I'm going to have that.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I think that, and also this is another one that on our Patreon, we do have a commentary for this movie. And Jay and I watched it together for the first time in ages. Yeah. By the way, I had a really embarrassing experience watching Anaconda.
Because you realize your dick's really not an anaconda and you named it.
Well, that was a part of it. Yes,
that's what it was.
It was like, I don't know, 7th grade or some shit like that. And this girl, her name was BJ. And she was hot, but she was kind of like grungy.
Oh, I know who she is. Yeah, we went to high school with her.
No, you're thinking of Brittany Grimes. Well, I shouldn't say names, but you're thinking of somebody else. But it's kind of the same idea.
Brittany style. So.
Yeah, she was sort of gothish, so she was like really hot, like in that way. But like we made out. It was like the second girl I ever like made out with, so I didn't know how. and we're watching Anaconda, and it's just me and her and like 3 of her friends.
Yeah.
And we make out, and it's all dark. I'm like, oh shit, I got some tongue. This is fucking awesome, dude. And then like afterwards, she told her friends, she's like, that guy can't fucking kiss at all.
Dude, that's
he has no idea what he's doing.
She said that
I
while
was so
she was at your
embarrassed.
house.
She called my mom and told her. That's how I knew. No, I was so embarrassing though. I was like, fuck, I didn't know what I was doing. Nobody ever taught me. I didn't have a fucking Selma Blair by a tree to spit in my mouth and like fucking, I was just doing stuff, you know? I was just in there feeling
After
around.
all the practice that you and I did under the cherry blossom tree, you still couldn't do it. Ridiculous. You were prepared. You were not prepared, young Padawan. But no, yeah,
I wanted to go see The Pest. The Pest was playing at the exact same time. I wanted to go see The Pest. They picked Anaconda, so I wasn't on my. If it was The Pest, I probably would have been a fucking Don Juan, you know.
Well, I don't mean to toot my own crap, but I will. My first girl that I kissed, I actually was pretty good at it because I was a adventurer and expert studier of porn, so I saw how they did things.
Oh wow, that's true. I should have watched more porn.
I'm more visual. I got to see it visually, the technique, and then I just copied what I saw in porn. Not like sucking tongues and shit. I never did that. That was advanced. That was for the advancement. I was like
AP English.
That was like, that was AP. Like that was like fucking college courses right there. I was like more into the soft porn shit. It was like introduction to college algebra.
Yeah. I'd apparently watched too much Mark Wahlberg because I did learn my lesson. Like I figured it out. I like to feel like, I did the fucking Marky Mark. I was like, like fucking sucker.
There's no way. I would love to talk to an actress that worked with him in a film and be like, what was it like for real? Like kissing him. There's no way that was like, enjoyable.
You ever been mugged and raped in New York City?
No, it's like putting your lips into a vacuum cleaner when it's going full blast and be like, yeah, it was sexy.
This looks so shitty. Like the way it's all.
That's really bad. You gotta pull that out.
It looks like we're smoking Virginia Slims.
There you go. We did smoke Virginia Slims. We smoked a whole carton of those bitches one time.
Yeah, we did. Hey, but we got plenty of space, motherfuckers. We got that going for us. So Win then says, "Where are the backwards hats?" I love you guys. Thank you for making me laugh so much.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I do have a Count Dracula, ever increasing Count Dracula hairline, so I will probably be pulling out a backward cap more often than not. But I mean, just tonight, I don't know. Me and Mike, we try to make sure that we dress at least somewhat, the same, because we're like that. We're caring.
It's variety is the spice of life. You like to switch it up every once in a while. I've gotten to a point where I like to blow dry my hair for the first time in my life. I don't know, you guys. I put the gel in, it's all like crispy and greasy looking. I'm like, I'm gonna blow dry this shit and see what happens. And I'm gonna get a haircut this week though.
I gotta go tomorrow.
I'm gonna get a haircut. I'm gonna take a risk. I think I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm kind of sick of the swoop. I'm tired of the swoop.
I dare you to buzz it. Buzz your hair.
I ain't fucking doing that. You always say shit like that.
Do a shadow cut. Do a shadow cut. Do a shadow cut.
No, I'm not gonna do a fucking. It sounds cool. That's how you get people to do it. Like, dude, do a fade, do a shadow cut.
I got a shadow cut. Yeah, the girl. I didn't even ask for that shit. And that barber, the girl, she was like, "Oh, honey, I was like 13. She was like, I just thought it would look good on you." And like she literally, I asked her for a fucking basic trim. She shadow cut my hair, and I went home and cried. And mom was like, "Oh, honey, I know what it was like. I've got a bad haircut before. You're just so hurt." And I'm like, "Mom, you're not making me feel any better."
They don't care when guys go in there. They know if a girl goes in there, they're careful because that shit takes forever to grow back. Guys like, shut the fuck up, pansy. Your shit will grow back in like 3 weeks. But like, look at it. She did this shit. Like, I don't know if you see this like line. She was like, she didn't even ask me that. She's like, I'm gonna do a hard part.
I hate when they do that.
And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
No, dude,
what just happened?
I go to a barber, like a fucking redneck barber. I've been going to him for like fucking 8 years, and he knows. He's like, same as usual. I'm like, same as usual. Let's put on some goddamn Smokey and the. He always has Smokey and the Bandit playing on the TV, and he has it turned down all the way. And then he has classic rock station, so you hear like Def Leppard and AC/DC as you're getting your haircut. And we don't ever talk though. I made a joke about, I was like, and I do this, okay? I do this, so it's embarrassing, but I do it. I mean, most people do. They just don't admit it. But I kind of changed my accent a little bit because he's got a really thick accent. So trying to match
that. Yeah, I do
that. So he's like real redneck like that, and he's from Powell County, you know what I mean? So he was like, "Hey man, it's been a while since I've seen you in here." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I had to get my hair cut. If I went any longer, I look like Joe Elliott from Def Leppard." He was like, and then he was like, "Who's that one? Who's that one?" I was like, "That's the lead singer." He said, "Man, I saw them in 1988 at the Rupp Arena. God, they were great. That's a great band right there."
Dude, I do. By the way, you're dead on that. I do that shit.
Yeah,
when you're talking to somebody who has a thick accent, it's bad though. Like in certain situations, you could get yourself in trouble because you're like, "Yeah, you know what I mean?" Like, why are you talking like? No, I just
like, my shit is like subtle though. I'm not stupid enough to like automatic. Like if I'm talking to certain people, I don't go straight into like I don't go straight into NASCAR, man. Fuck yeah, I've been talking like this my whole goddamn life, and I don't do that right away. I do it subtle, but man, I'll tell you what. I like Kentucky basketball quite a bit, but sometimes it just slips back in. And then if I'm talking to somebody else, it'd be like, "Yeah, man, you know, I know what I'm saying. You know, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, dog." And then you're like, "Why did I say that?" And then, but everybody does it. I feel like it's a part of your survival instinct, like you were programmed.
Especially with sports too. If you're playing sports and a bunch of random dudes come up and they're like, "Hey, you want to run fours?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll run fours."
Yeah.
Hey, let me get that basketball over. Let me get that pig skin. And I'm like, wait, why am I talking like I'm badass? I know I'm not. I'm gonna be out of breath in 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And
if you like, if you're with the golfers, like, well, buddy, I can't tell you about my 401k because it's like going down the fucking tube. You know what I mean, guys? Holy shit! Let's drive this one down the golf course. Woo! That's a strong arm there you have, Jeremy. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Football over those mountains. By the way, I see the chat go by. So talk about here. You guys are really sweet. Like Extron's like, Mike, just go bald. And Galford's dog said, we're all tired of the swoop, Mike. And Stacy says, what the fuck is the shadow cut? And then Galford's dog said, get a bowl cut. And so it's actually it's like get a shave action in there. And Stacy James said, a fade? Is that I think you all would look good with buzz cuts. You guys, I'm not coming to the chat ever for fucking hair.
First off,
tips.
I think you're right. I think a shadow cut is a fade, but it's a lot like they go really short on the sides, and it was more popular in the 90s. But I thought about you. I mean, not too much longer. I'm gonna have to go the full Bruce Willis. Like I'd say, I got 2 more years of like decent hair growth, and then
I don't think it's that bad.
Dude, either I'm getting smarter and my forehead is expanding, therefore to keep my big brain inside, or my hair is receding. And I think it's the latter, to be honest.
I think you look good, dude. I think it makes you look taller. I don't think you got a problem.
You could literally play a projection screen movie on my forehead at this point.
Hey, so you could just say
I'm not gonna do that shit like
Josh Duhamel.
I'm not gonna do that shit like LeBron, like where he's got like a receding. Listen, LeBron James's hairline is like a moon roof on a car. It just keeps sliding back every year, and then he acts like nothing's happening. Pure denial, Mike. He would look good bald. LeBron James would look really good fucking bald, like clean. It would look really good. I'm never gonna go bald, but I'm never gonna like shave my head where it's like straight bald. But
I don't know.
Bruce Willis cut would be good.
We'll see. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Whatever it is, you'll be
sexy. In about 2 years, you'll see. I was like, oh, I'm confident. I thought I was more handsome than I was, but I'm no Bruce Willis.
Oh shit. Alien versus Predator. I think, in my personal opinion, this is going to be in between 2 categories, and they're towards the lower end, and I'm pointing towards my cock. I'm struggling between fuckable and sucks my butt sleeve.
Therefore, the cockle regions.
Yeah,
dude. I literally I liked it. Like, you know, I could see myself putting in fuckable just because it was kind of cool to see Alien and Predator like lock it up like in a wrestling match. It gave you the Jason versus Freddy of the sci-fi world, so it was kind of cool to see that. And Lance Henriksen was in it as well, which is awesome.
He was good.
So I feel comfortable putting it in fuckable, but I would totally understand putting it in sucks the butt Steve. I'm with you. But but it's definitely one of those movies you don't have to pay attention to it. It's just cool to see these iconic characters match up.
I'm going to ride that long dark train with you to fuckable because I feel like because of Lance Henriksen and because of a couple good scenes of action, it's good enough. But if we did run out of space, I'd have no qualms with sticking you. And what I mean by that is I'd have no qualms to dropping this sucks my butt, Steve. But yeah, fuckable.
For sure.
Let's do it. Let's fuck. Well, we don't have to. I mean, if you guys aren't ready.
I like how I made the silence happen on purpose because I wanted like it's like when you fart and you like everybody's talking and then you fart and it gets really quiet in the classroom. And you're like, shit.
Yeah. What did I do? What have I done?
Worst feeling ever.
My son. What happened?
Give me back my son.
Michael Parton, what's up, buddy? He says, I hope one missed call didn't make y'all's list. The good news is it didn't. I never seen it.
Yeah, that movie sucked, dude. You never seen that movie?
No, I never watched it. I heard it was going to be a piece of fucking fart. So I never took time.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty terrible.
Hey, we got almost 300 people in here, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. You coming out here on a Wednesday at 8:34. You try to be a badass because you succeeded.
Now that we see you, now that we're looking directly at each other's fucking eyeballs and we're looking into each other's eyeballs and we're imagining what each other's wieners taste like, I want you to do something for me. I want you to reach down below into your pants, grab your fucking nuts. I want you to grab those nuts, all right? Cheeto covered fingers and all. And I want you to take your left hand, all right? And here's what I want you to do with that left hand. I want you to click the like button on the video because that really helps these videos do well. All right.
Hey, everybody, it's Tony Cummings, not Tony Robbins. Tony Cummings.
Hey, we should make a new character called Tony Cummings. All he tries to do is
Tony Cummings, y'all. Yeah, it's just like it's a motivational speaker, but he's a porn director. That's perfect.
Immediately lost 10 people during that round.
No, I bet we did. They were probably on their way, like, hey, these look like wholesome boys. And then they were like, I'm on my way to church. Fuck this. They have Wednesday night service.
It was, to be fair, they were right. It was bad advice. Never put your hand on your cock when you got Cheeto fingers. That'll get your pee-pee hole, and you could end up with all sorts of infections. You know what I mean? It's better just to put it inside your body rather than just as a topical ointment.
Yeah, try to suck your own dick. Don't break your neck on the way to do it.
Oh, this is one that's fun to fuck. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Dude, I'm solid at real awesome.
If you try to put it in fuckable, dude, this is what John Goodman would look at you like.
Dude, John Goodman looks like the guy that looks at the person that took his last roll of toilet paper, like during the COVID pandemic, and he's like, I only had one goddamn roll left.
He looks like he farted in the middle of a Walmart aisle at Walmart.
Yeah.
To dare you to notice it.
He looks like a dude in a bar that's like, you only serve Bud Light, you motherfucker.
He does. I'm gonna go. What you say? You said
I said awesome. I feel like it's solid, real awesome. I liked it a lot because it was different than the Cloverfield. I mean, to be fair, I wanted to see the classic Cloverfield. I wanted to follow up to what we got in the first one, but it actually, as a go-between, like an in-between kind of movie, I think it was a surprise hit. I don't think a lot of people gave it a lot of opportunity to spread its wings, and I feel like it did a pretty good job. I think it's a really good thriller movie, and also it keeps you guessing because you don't know really what's going on at all. Yeah. You don't know John Goodman's his motivations, but you don't know his motivation. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he in between? Is he just looking out for himself? And it's got that claustrophobic feel too that works with it. I don't know, man. I think it was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on this one too. I'll go real awesome as well. I could have gone that or fuckable, but truth is, I just now realized I've only seen the movie one time, and I love alien shit. But like, let's be honest, this is not like they 23 skidoo. They slap some baby powder on its ass, and like it's a Cloverfield movie now. Yeah. But like most of it was about like the intricate, shit that was going on.
I feel like it's a movie that you had to see in the theater.
Yeah, I probably need to rewatch it again to give it a super honest assessment. But for now, I feel like Real Awesome's all right. We'll be positive, Jay.
I feel like that's good.
Now, I'm already doing the thing from the barbershop. I'm like, I think we'll put it in Real Awesome. It's not a problem.
No, it ain't no goddamn Dale Earnhardt fucking race or nothing like that. But Jesus Christ, now we got it feels like a Jeff Gordon type of race. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're still gonna win. Goddamn, man.
It's like, you want some gel put in your hair at the end of your... No, man, I don't need no gel in my hair.
I know Dale Earnhardt. I know Dale Earnhardt Jr. I know Jeff Gordon, and that's fucking it. I know that girl, the sexy one that signed up and then retired.
Danica
Patrick. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, what about old Tom Petty? You can't forget Tom Petty.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know how. Dude, you got to come to the barbershop I go to. They literally have like those Firestone tires like on the wall, and they're like, man, that was a real goddamn tire they used. It was one of them warm-up tires they used on a real NASCAR, and they have Tom Petty pictures everywhere. I don't know how I forgot Tom fucking Petty, dude. Yeah,
Tom Petty. Tom Petty or was Tom Petty's the musician?
No, Tom Petty's the singer. But no, there's a Tom in there.
Richard Petty.
Richard Petty. Maybe it's
Richard Petty. That's who it was. Yeah, it's Richard.
We're gonna get our goddamn Kentucky card taken away.
That must have been the fucking one, man. It must have been Richard goddamn Petty. Richard goddamn Petty.
It is Richard Petty. We're so fucking dumb. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't no NASCAR.
And then his best song though is no doubt
Mary Jane.
No,
Last
that's
Dance
not
with
the
Mary
one.
Jane.
No, that's not the fucking one. I had a friend in high school who was like, this song reminds me of you. I was like, wait, why does Last Dance with Mary Jane remind you of me? I was like, that's actually
because you're a burnout that nobody wanted to hang out with after they grew up.
That's what I said. I was like, that's sort of offensive. And ironically, he stopped hanging out with me with no instruction right after
maybe that. The only other big one I know is Free Fall.
No, it's my favorite. How Does It Feel? Or fuck, why can't I remember?
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I know you now. You
guys know what I'm talking about, right? Oh yeah, that's the one, Cody. You don't know how it feels.
That's a good one, yeah. That's depressing as fuck, though.
That's a great song. Mm-hmm. That's a great smoking pot song if you partake in the green grass from the streets of New York. Danger Zone, highway to my danger zone. And then you go. Boom, 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 boom,
that's when you get up and you know that you got a runny. You had a runny toilet. You had a runny poop and you don't know what's going to be waiting for you when you start wiping.
He says, been a while since I could catch y'all boys live. Love how the channel has grown and very excited for y'all's future. Much love to you and yours. Hey, thanks,
thank you, man. That's really nice of you.
And we drink to you,
and thank you, Danger Zone, for continuing to pursue the high flying fucking aerodynamic awesomeness without Goose behind you. Some good stuff right there. Life. But you still got Kenny Loggins on that tape deck.
Do not let Michael Rooker stop your dreams, man. Mm-hmm. But that was Michael Rooker, right?
Not Michael Rooker.
In
Maverick?
No, man. You're taking
in Top Gun?
Oh, well, Danger Zone was the song in Top Gun.
Loggins.
I thought,
yeah.
I'm thinking.
You're thinking his butt.
Days of Thunder
when he did Mallrats. When he did.
No, I'm thinking
he did the towel kick.
I'm thinking Days of Thunder. Danger Zone was Days of Thunder.
Oh yeah,
right?
Days of Thunder. Was Michael Rooker the bad guy? I think he was.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker's awesome, dude. Michael Rooker's one of those. I think he's going to be remembered the same way Bill Paxton is.
Yeah, he's a fucking great actor, dude.
Yeah.
I hate Christmas. I hate Halloween.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Baker Review says 1408 made me terrified of the song. We've only just begun. Okay, I have no idea what song that is, but for some reason I sang that exactly in Michael Jackson's what's the song?
You are not alone.
Yes, that shit just came out of nowhere, dude.
With you. So far away.
Why did that happen?
But when you sang it, I was like, that wasn't no goddamn Michael Jackson lyric.
I said, every time I hear it now, my PTSD kicks in, but R.I.P. Karen Carpenter, amazing vocalist.
Sure.
I am
there were moments in that film that were definitely scary, and they ratcheted up the atmosphere with how they shot it. But I really wish they had been more true to the book. The book itself, if you get a chance to go read the short story 1408, it is a lot more involved, and you really feel that shit where that guy goes crazy. And like, even if it's in text format, you're reading it, and then like you can imagine like seeing the pictures move. It's fucking crazy. It's great though. They did their best. I mean, they were trying to make a feature-length film out of a short story, so they did their best.
Yeah, and it's a fun little movie, man. Makes me feel weird down low. Devil.
And I'm gonna let you lead the charge on this one, Kim Wasabi, because I barely remember it.
It's tough. Devil's tough. I really can't. I'm gonna say real awesome, Jay. I'm gonna put it in real awesome because I enjoy this movie. Ooh. It's a movie that is so, it may be so like forgettable that every time you watch it, it's like never seeing it. I've never seen it before. It's like, dude, where's my car? I don't know, dude. Where's your car, dude? Where's my car? I never remember how it ends or who's the killer. So every couple of years. Bad. Well, actually, I don't think it was. Like when I watched it again, I thought.
No, I mean the reveal. I mean, I know the reveal. I remember the reveal, and I was like, yeah, but that's kind of like on the nose.
Hey, Hella, go on. My dog's going nuts.
By the way, the devil thing, the way that the lettering is and the lighting on the poster, doesn't it look like something that would be sold at an Abercrombie and Fitch store, like as a new like cologne? Devil.
You got your mom there worried that you're not going to make it home for spaghetti dinner. That's her face.
Spaghetti.
Don't touch my spaghetti. Yeah, I'm gonna say real awesome on that.
All right,
I'm gonna stick her in.
I think that we need to start putting in like you get like we both get like one token that we can freely use, and we can put it at real awesome if we need to.
I mean, we could do that.
No, never mind. That's gonna make it too complicated because then we're gonna have to go back and fucking shift around shit. We'd be here forever.
I don't own a gun, much less that would necessitate a gun rack. Remember this piece of shit? Actually, what did I do? I'm breaking apart here, Richard.
Breaking everything. I don't know. Is that Elon Musk? Who the fuck?
It's who your parents wanted you to be growing
up. That's like that one fucking no life on Twitter that always insults people for no reason. That's what they look like. That's why they never show their profile picture. And they always have anime pictures.
Is definitely a far right political journalist, but in his young age, and nothing about right or left.
It could be anybody, but it feels like someone that just randomly insults you on the internet, and they have like, I'm hotter than you are, I'm better looking than you are, I'm more successful than you are, and it's like you look like this, and you look like you just got really disappointed that your parents, who lost all their money because they fucking were trying to make you have a happy life, took you to Chuck E. Cheese for your fucking birthday, and you're mad about it.
either side of it, that kid's definitely been sucked into the political tunnel of the internet, and he is definitely, he means business. Like, he's gonna take whatever politics his parents follow, and he's gonna take them to the Supreme goddamn court.
Does it not? It looks like Damien.
It's like Damien, but like fake as shit.
All right, I didn't want to say this, and it's a joke, guys. By the way, I'm just 100%. It's a joke, so don't get all mad about it. It looks like Donald Trump's like youngest son.
That's why my brain went
that's
there.
why
Yeah.
I literally it looks like the same expressionless, soulless eyes and the hair and the way that he stares. I'm like, you know what? In a few more years, you're going to be Sam Neill from the Omen 3, and we're all going to be in big trouble because you're going to win the nomination, and you got to watch the Omen 3. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
That kid, his name is Tanner, and he's 6 short years away from being a date rapist. Like that.
I'm not saying that.
What's happening?
That kid is back on the escalator.
Do you remember the movie though?
I think I blocked it, dude. I don't think I like this movie at all. I think it sucked. That's why I don't remember it. So I mean, I'll put it to a vote. I don't know. I'd probably put it in. No, you know what? No, I kind of remember. I think it sucked my butt. I think it sucked the butt of Steve.
So I watched it. Fucking the Boy 2 came out like a few months ago, or like a couple of years ago, or something like that. So I watched it, and I actually remember being shocked that it actually had a really good twist. Like at the twist, you're like, oh fuck, like this sucked. I'd say
like you just took a dick in the ass. You're like, oh fuck.
I didn't say that was okay, but I guess I didn't have another hole for you to put it in. I'd honestly, personally, I would call this one fuckable, but I'm not very weathered on this movie, so we'll put it to the chat. We'll let you guys decide. I don't think anybody's going to put it real awesome, but the twist, I think, saved its dick a little bit, which is weird because we're talking about, you know what? Forget I said anything. Stop looking at me, Swan.
Yeah.
Let me put it in here. The Boy. Is it F? That seems weird to put in there, but is that
boy fuckable? What do we know? What do we know?
Excuse me. Do you think that young man?
God, I'm gonna get in trouble like Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna have to go out and apology on Twitter.
Oh, dick me for Christmas lights. Thank you, Baker. I'm sorry, we forgot to take that one down. I gotta pee so bad. It's digging deep into my crawl. John Horside, a good person. By the way, John, I went to send you your we watched a movie membership card, the Blockbuster membership card, and the signed photo, because it's a Patreon member, and I don't have an address for you. So if you want that, message me on Patreon, give me your Addy so I can send it to you, because it's right now it's sitting in my drawer.
He's a wanderer. I don't have any place that I call home because I like to move around.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want that shit. But he says, hey, what's up, you awesome motherfucks, or muffler fingers. Okay. Can't wait until you talk about the Wraith. I really like the music in that. The movie is like a mixture of The Crow and Mad Max.
I agree. I really liked it a lot, and I feel like the music is exactly what like drew me to it, and it makes it stand out for me. I feel like the music, it's just a pure 80s awesome rock and roll type of horror movie. I love it. Yeah, the Wraith is awesome, and
it's in here. And you know what? In honor of you, John. Go home,
so go ahead, John. Bash your head in, John.
It's in here somewhere. I know I did it. I did it, and I fucking meant it.
It's further up.
There it is. As far as the Wraith goes, I think we did a Patreon review of this, or maybe it was on the main channel. I can't remember. That dude, the cast's crazy. Charlie Sheen, Randy Quaid, fucking Nick Cassavetes. The soundtrack was fucking awesome. It's a weird sort of kick-ass movie. I'm torn between real awesome and fuckable personally.
I put this at real awesome. I feel like the movie itself gives like the soundtrack is so incredible. And not to mention the fact that it's named after how Charlie Sheen treats his kids. He's just a wraith. He was a ghost. But it really is. It's one of those movies that you never expect would be good, but it's classic. And if you guys don't know what we're talking, I think you can watch The Wraith for free on YouTube. I think it's on YouTube for free. It's really good. It really is a good checkout. If you have nothing to watch tonight, go check that out. Some good shit right there. And you'll at least put three songs into your playlist for when you get ready in the morning or whatever. 100%.
Yeah, definitely watchable, no doubt about it. If you haven't seen it, thanks, John. Dude, I got to pee. My wiener's actually hurting. It's hurting for a squirting.
Okay.
So we are on the Super Chitties. Before I go though, we got a fucking big old bomb drop here. Jacob. Huge super chat, dude. Thank you so fucking much. We really
man.
appreciate that. Says, sup, guys. For what it was, I enjoyed M3GAN. I definitely think the unrated cut was what should have been given to us in the first place, but I still enjoyed the original cut regardless. Love you guys. Hope all is well. Album number 2 in the fucking works, son. Get after that
man.
shit.
Yeah.
You live in my dream, Jacob.
M3GAN.
Did you watch that?
I don't think I've seen it.
M3GAN.
No, I can't go with you down this mountain path, Jacob, that you've already traveled. I can't. I have to stay up here and finish the quest. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And I know a lot of people did. I think that M3GAN was a surprise hit for a lot of people, and then M3GAN 2 did well.
I'll tell you this. And Jacob, I agree. I did not watch the R-rated cut, but that's the thing that with PG-13,
they didn't make a M3GAN 2, by the way. I was wrong.
Oh, they're definitely doing it.
No, I know, but I was acting like there was already a M3GAN 2.
Oh, I think they're probably already fucking making it. But no, for real, the thing about PG-13 movies is you could tell me that, oh, look at all these Jaws, fucking all these crazy good movies in here. Yes, good PG-13 horror exists, but every single movie on this list, you could make the argument for, would it have been at least a little bit better if you made it rated R? And the answer is probably yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and Blumhouse is bad about this shit. They make movies PG-13 to make more money when they really don't have to. And that was the case with M3GAN. And also, my only issue with M3GAN was it would have been great if I saw it randomly at the theater, but I saw every fucking cool scene in that movie was in the goddamn trailer. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as a movie alone, you can't really judge it on that. It was still all right. It was a decent little idea. She did the dance with the shit or whatever. But it's actually in here, I think, isn't it? So I'll go and in honor of Jacob's super sweet thing.
Hey, by the way, do you guys like that better? Look, this is the lamplight. Does that look good, or do you like it when it's off? I think of it when it's off.
Oh yeah, that was better. That's better right there.
Yeah, I feel like that
opinion.
Too. Yeah,
as a dick specialist,
it makes my forehead look more majestic and shiny. Very shiny.
I got M3GAN.
I've got. By the way, if you want to go pee, I've got the next super chat.
I will. Let's throw M3GAN in there for Jacob real quick. I don't. It's not.
Beer went on my wiener hole. God.
Where the fuck is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. M3GAN, personally, Jay hasn't seen it yet. Buddy, I'm going to call it fuckable. I'm going to say fuckable. Could have been real awesome. Maybe the R-rated cut.
Shit look like Jennifer Lawrence. Like an AI Jennifer Lawrence.
She's super fucking creepy, dude. They could have done amazing things with her. And that, again, the trailer was one of the best trailers of the year, but unfortunately, it had the whole movie in it. So I'll go fuckable on that. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate you guys. All right, I'm going pay.
All right.
You say you're already caught up on the next one?
Up. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right, man. I'll see you real soon. God damn. I hope this goes away soon. It popped up like a spotlight, like Batman was being called. By the way, you see the poster right there? The Batman. Come on, man. I have the other Batman posters, but that one right there, this one, sexy as fuck. Okay, one of the best representations I've ever seen of Batman. Period. In a horror, not a horror movie, in a movie. Period. I know there's gonna be a lot of people be like, "What the fuck are you smoking, Jay?" But I think I'm telling the truth. Either way, Robin Baker says, "Love you guys. Cheers, cheers." Thank you so much, Robin. That's very sweet of you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Let's move on down here. Jack Ryan Boyd says, "Hey guys, I just want to say it's beautiful how people who are struggling find you guys, laugh, begin to heal, and smile again." Well, that's really sweet. Thank you so much. That's really nice. And we're happy that you're here. And if anybody feels those emotions and we help them in any way, that's what it's all about, man. At the end of the day, that's really awesome to hear. And I'm really happy about that. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was really sweet of you. Colton Candler says, "Jay, that's my favorite Batman poster behind you." Yeah, dude, I literally... It's like the trailer, Robert Pattinson, the lighting, the cinematography, the other actors in that film. It's one of the best films and one of the best, in my opinion, humble opinion, representations of what I would think that Batman coming straight out of the comics would go through. Yes, of course, Michael Keaton, Batman, 89 Batman, classic, 1000%. The Christopher Nolan trilogy, whole flush, give you the respects. But I personally, it always started with Batman kind of already knowing his shit. Yes, true. Christian Bale in Batman Begins, he's not there yet as Batman, but he's already kind of big and he's kind of bulky. And I don't know, it just feels like it just kind of glazes over like his fuck ups as Batman. The Robert Pattinson Batman, I love the more mental focus they had on him. The fact that he is kind of crazy. I mean, or he's disturbed, definitely, and he would rather be Batman than Bruce Wayne because he only identifies as Batman through his own pain. Like he can't understand why it would matter if he were Bruce Wayne at all. Like that's not making any difference, or like there's nothing about being Bruce Wayne that helps. Being Batman, though, is what he feels is his true identity. I don't know. I think there was a lot of levels and layers to that character. I can't wait for the sequel. I feel like one of the dumbest things they ever did, and there was a few dumb things they did in that film, but one of the dumbest things they ever did was the introduction of Joker too early. Obviously Joker is classic. He's iconic. You got to have Joker at some point, but I feel like Joker's been overcooked and he's been overdone so many times. It's always Batman's got to fight the Joker at some point, but there's so many great villains out there, right? Batman has so many great villains to choose from, and some of them have never had their story properly told. I feel like just in recent memory, I feel like Scarecrow. You got him for Batman Begins, but he was more of a secondary kind of nut job, and it was always going to be about Ra's al Ghul. So Mr. Freeze, done right, would be great. He's a tragic hero. He's not a hero, a tragic villain that anybody could identify what he's going through. There's Deathstroke, amazing, pushes Batman to the limits. Mad Hatter would be a great freaky ass story if they do that right. Cast Johnny Depp as Mad Hatter and just let him be the Willy Wonka fucking weirdo that he was in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and let's have a good time. I mean, dude, I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. But I think we're caught up. Are we caught up? I think so. Yeah, we're caught up. Good job. Okay, good for me. I take too long, I think, answering questions. I think I just take too fucking long. Jordan Cruz says it's Clayface, Jay. Which one's Clayface? Who? Oh, Tomo Goto says, what about Pig, dude who makes art out of people? That's fucked up. Yes, Pig. Yeah, I actually was introduced to I think I first saw him, and I haven't read. I'm not up to date on any of the new Batman comics or really what's going on in DC in a while. But I think the first time I got introduced to Pig, wasn't it in Arkham Knight? Yeah, that's how I came to learn of Pig because he's a pretty recent villain, right? Like a newly invented villain. But holy shit, Jordan Cruz in the sequel. Oh, okay, cool, yeah. All right, I'm down with that. Clayface is also another tragic villain. I don't really feel as much like sorry for him as I do for someone like Mr. Freeze. I feel like Mr. Freeze is a lot more of a villain that you can relate to and understand about what he's doing and why he's doing and his motivations for doing it. Clayface just seems like an egotistical asshole that didn't get his way, and then he got fucked up and he took the wrong goddamn makeup cream, and then he broke out with like holy shit-itis, and now he can't get out of it. Like, but you do feel bad for him, I guess, in some way, because I mean he wasn't really. He was just a jerk, and then ultimately he turned into a supervillain. But I that's my opinion. Of course, people are gonna have their own opinion who their favorite Batman villain is. I always also, what about Black Mask, dude? Like, give us some Black Mask too. Black Mask would be fucking awesome. Holy shit. Blu-ray addicts. Hey Jay, watch any good movies lately? No. I actually right before I turned the stream on, my granddad, or he's my dad. I call him my dad, but he'd never seen Casino, and I introduced him to that movie. He's a huge he's big time into like gangster movies like Goodfellas, Godfather, Scarface, all that stuff, and he'd never seen Casino, and I'm like, holy shit, you've got to watch Casino. I mean, you can't call yourself a mafia fan without checking that shit out. It's one of Joe Pesci's best performances. I hate how Robert De Niro is like cucked in that one, but it's still a great fucking movie. And he never seen it, so I was like, we got to watch that. I was actually watching that before I started the stream. But Trifle Medit says, hey guys, today filmed it. What? Here's what's your favorite Robin. Here's what's your favorite. Okay, I'm saying, what's your favorite Robin Williams movie? Mine personally is Good Will Hunting. Thank you guys for everything. Love y'all. Thank you, man. Favorite Robin Williams movies, man. There's so many good ones that Robin Williams was a part of and great in. My favorite Robin Williams performance, though, and I feel like that what really stretched him out, and like you were like, holy shit, this guy's truly great. What Dreams May Come. There is some comedy elements in that, and they're sprinkling throughout, but it's a really sad movie, and there's like some supernatural horror that goes on. But Robin Williams is able to balance that in a way that's fucking amazing. So I would say What Dreams May Come. Because everyone's going to say Good Morning Vietnam, which is like his biggest one, but I always feel like What Dreams May Come is one of his best.
I just now saw that too. I'm trying to think. I think I'm missing like 10 Robin Williams movies in my head.
You saw 1 Hour Photo, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw that. And Insomnia, he was fucking awesome in too. Yeah. The World's Greatest Dad was sad as shit, but that was a good Robin Williams movie. Fuck.
Just don't say Flubber, and you're good.
Oh, I got it. No, it's Miss Doubtfire. It's definitely.
I knew. I was gonna say, how did you forget that one?
Yeah, that's the one. It's like, hello. Like, he was so good in that.
Bicentennial Man was really good too, except it was just too long. It was great. It was just way too long. That's where he's a robot and he's trying to be human, and he goes through the evolutions and he loses everybody. That's a good. It's sad too, but I feel like, yeah, Robin Williams, man. You remember when he said he auditioned for Riddler? He would have been a really good Riddler. I think he would have been a great Riddler in a Nolan universe.
Wasn't he up for Joker too at some point? I thought he was like a possible Joker
I know
they cast Jack Nicholson.
It was William Dafoe. Yeah, he might have been up for that, but I know that he was really close to getting the Riddler. I feel like Robin Williams would have been a really good Riddler in the Christopher Nolan universe, not in the Schumacher universe.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever used really appropriately. I think he had his funny movies, but like even those, I feel like other than a few like Miss Doubtfire, they didn't really accent him enough. And then when he tried to do serious roles, I feel like it was maybe too serious, like 1 Hour Photo. Insomnia, he was great in, but I don't know. I feel like Robert Williams never had his fucking great movie moment. I mean, the Birdcage movie, he was great in that, but yeah.
Well, I think people would say Good Morning Vietnam was his great movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's a great fucking movie. You need to check it out.
Shameful, but
I will go pee now. I will drain my dessert.
I'm gonna think about it while you do it.
Okay, I'll be back soon.
See you soon.
Okay.
Aren't you glad that I got to do that with my mouth just now? Good Will Hunting was great. Oh, Karen Dover. That's a fucking yes. Dead Poets Society. He was great in that too. I need to rewatch that again sometime soon. I really do. And obviously, yeah, Good Will Hunting, amazing dramatic performance. And maybe that's the one that really nailed what he did. There was just a lot going on in that movie, a whole lot going on. Jack Ryan Boyd said, go read my super chat, man. I didn't see it. John Boyd Robinson II. I did not see it. I'm looking for it though. I'm searching so hard right now for you and he said, just want to say it's beautiful how people are struggling to find you guys. Begin to heal and smile again. It's beautiful how people who are struggling to find you guys laugh, begin and heal and begin to smile again. There's a lot happening there. It's a lot happening there, and it is a struggle to find us. It is. I don't know what happened, but I'm so stupid. I'm on a stupid streak right now. I need caffeine or something. I'm not well. I'm not with it. But people who are struggling, find you guys, laugh, begin to heal and smile again. That's a super sweet thing to say, man. It really is. And as we said before, it's amazing how you guys do that for us. Fucking over the past 12 years or whatever it's been, 10. It's definitely been 10. We've gone through so much as people in our personal lives, and so much crazy shit has happened to us. But the best thing about all of that has been doing the channel and doing it with you guys. And every time we go through hard shit, you guys are here for us. And it's cool, man. Like, when I go through hard times, I always try to find the shit that puts me in a good mood. And like lately, with the Blink-182 resurgence, like I've been crazy about that shit because it's an antidepressant to me, like I watch the shows and I watch the concerts and I probably assess a little too much, but it just puts me in that state of mind, and if that's something that we give to certain people, to some of you guys, at least from what some of you guys have told us, then it's insane. It's insane to me to think that, because at first it was like super cool to do this, talk about movies, because I used to watch other movie podcasts before we did this and be like, it's so cool to have that community where they can talk about a movie and it gives me something to nerd out over and go watch too. And you feel like you have that those people to talk about it with. And that was one layer. But like finding out now as you go further that it's more of like a mood thing for some people is probably the coolest thing other than being a dad that I've ever done in my life. So I would have never assumed that on myself or on Jay, but the fact that you guys say that means the world to me. It's so cool. It's fucking amazing. So I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate all of you guys, and we're in this together. You know, we're fucking doing this life together, and all you can do is laugh at the fucking dark and weird shit that happens, and have a laugh through it, even the fucking worst shit. So, those comments do not go lightly for me at all, or for Jay, and I know that. So we really appreciate you guys. On that note, speaking of which, I don't think Jamie, I fucking love you. You're an amazing goddamn dude, and you're an amazing fucking dude. And I hate to fucking tell you this right now. You super chatted that now. We're super excited to see you this week. I'm guessing that you didn't see. We posted it on the YouTube, and we posted it in a couple of chats and whatnot that we're actually not able to make it this weekend. I hate fucking, this sucks that you put that on there now. But yeah, shit happened, and there's stuff going on that's out of our control, and Jay can't be away from the state at this moment due to some family stuff that's going on. We're actually not going to be able to make it this weekend to Knoxville. And going back to kind of what I was talking about before, crazy life stuff happened. I was really looking forward to seeing you and meeting you too, man, and that fucking will happen. But we had to cancel our appearance this weekend, which is a huge bummer. And I'm so sorry, dude. I really am. Totally out of our control. And it fucking sucks, man. I fucking hate that. But message me on. I thought you knew that because we posted on the whatevers. But yeah, it sucks, dude. It's goddamn dog shit. But you know, but hey, I'll tell you guys this. I'll tell you guys something that's wild. The other day was hiking in a forest alone. And I had some things I needed to think about, some life choices to make. And I'm walking through the forest. And when I was walking through the forest, I stepped in a trap of some sort. And the trap grabbed my leg. And it scared me because I thought, oh God, a bear trap. And I expected to look down and see a wounded leg. My dog is trying to fucking rape me right now. Hey, quit. Go on. And when that happened, I looked down and it wasn't actually a trap. It was a mermaid. And I thought, why is a mermaid in the forest? Why is this mermaid in the forest? And then I looked a little bit closer and it was a black mermaid. And I was like, well, I just want you to know that I'm going to review bomb whatever movie you've been in, because we all know there's no black mermaids. And that's the story of the mermaid. I really wanted to take that somewhere better than I ended up taking it, and I had nothing to fucking go with at all. I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh, Jay, thank God you're here.
What happened? What'd you do?
I don't know. I really don't know. I should not have been left alone in that moment. It was
What'd
bad.
You do?
No, I told a story and it was stupid. And you know what? I'm glad that you're here, and now we can go back into.
Let's get it done. I don't know, man. Are you sure this lighting looks good? Because you don't think that looks better?
I mean, I think they both look fine.
No, I feel like that's like I'm like a tax.
Give it to me one more. Give me the show one more time.
Well, here's this.
Okay.
And then there's this is low lighting on the lamp because it goes up to 3 lights. I feel like I'm getting ready to do your taxes.
I think the last one was better.
Okay.
No, I like the last one.
Well, okay. That one?
No, go back.
That one?
No, it's too dark. Go back to the other one. How long are you gonna let me do this to you, dude?
Are you being serious? You're an asshole.
No, I'm not being serious. They both have their
They have their own charms. That's fine. I'll just do that. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. I have a ring light, and I don't know where the fucking controller is to it.
Well, I think No, actually, honestly, I think you should go back to the other one. I think that was the best one.
I'm not doing it anymore. We're just stuck. We're just stuck.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay at all right now. I apologize. Since I did that to you, I know you love this movie. I'm gonna let you choose where to put Mama.
Yeah, I remember this because I got a lot of shit for this. I remember I had it in like either my top 10 or top 5, and I saw a comment was like, "Imagine putting that in your top 5." I'm like, "Imagine having a woman in your life." I bet you can't. Yeah, I love this fucking movie, dude. I'm not gonna put it as an all-timer, okay? I'm not, but I do love this movie. I do. I've always said it reminds me of a grim fairy tale. There's something very charming about this film, and it did scare me because I don't like that herky jerky shit, but I did like the story and the way that they told it, and I enjoyed the way it was shot. And I love the guy. They got Jamie from the Game of Thrones. You know, they got him away from fucking his sister for 5 minutes so he could be in the movie.
Hard to do. Hard to do.
Hard to and he played a twin. He played a twin in the movie, which was dumb. Like that, it was like you were just trying to get double pay. Like they're like, oh, we could cast another actor to do your brother, and he's like, no, I'll just do both. Like that's double. That's double money. I put it at real awesome. That's where I put it.
All right. I'm actually like I'm good with that. I thought you would go all timer because I know how much.
I would never put it. I don't think it was that good, but
yeah, personally, it's real awesome or fuckable for me. So I'm with you on that. I'm fucking with you, dude. And by the way, in case I flubbed that joke up, I actually think that people who are mad about a mermaid being black is really fucking stupid. That was. I
saying racist shit again. This ain't Twitter, motherfucker.
If I tried to explain it, it would just make it even fucking worse. So I'm not even going to. But I don't know what happened,
dude. I don't know. I don't even want to go back and watch the stream recap because what did you say?
No one needs to ever see that horrible.
Mike's like, I liked Michael Jordan a lot more if he was white.
Oh God. I feel like I was afraid that it came across as though I was being serious that actually a mermaid can't be black. Like, bitch, zombies can run because zombies don't exist, and mermaids can be black because mermaids don't fucking exist.
I don't think. Well, there's no such thing as mermaids, so fuck it. I don't care. I mean, it's such a dumb argument, but yeah.
Brandon Reynolds has it right from Lethal Weapon 2. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to South Africa. He's like, but you're black.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh shit! All right. Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This one's easy.
Ooh, all-timer. Let's go ahead and light the bonfires. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, my fucking 6-year-old will not watch any scary things, and I don't want her to, but she loves this fucking movie. And it's scary for adults. It's kind of it's a movie that it's one of the few movies that should be PG-13 because it's just as fucking freaky, you know? Yeah. And it's also a fun time, Danny, and it makes you want cotton candy, even if there's human beings inside of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes you really. I mean, you actually do crave cotton candy after you watch the movie. I feel like it's and also a badass soundtrack. Another movie. See, I wish they did shit like that. You know, back in the day when they would make horror movies, they would do like really cool music that went with the horror movie. Like they did it for Nightmare on Elm Street. They did it for Friday the 13th. They did it for Killer Klowns from Outer Space. They did it for a lot of horror movies from the 80s and early 90s, and then they just stopped doing it. Man, I thought that was cool. Like they would hire cool bands to come up with songs that relate. I don't know. You just don't have that anymore. Now it's fucking goddamn Scott Stapp out there singing about What If, even though I did like that movie. And I like that song, but I'm just saying. But there's something about like, don't want to sleep no more. I mean, and then you had you had just, oh God, dude. The 80s were badass for like fucking rock anthems for horror movies. Woo.
Mm. Woo. I miss it. There was a movie that came out not that long ago that actually had its own song. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, that was the fucking time, man. When they would actually have to make a song for the movie, like they had to make their own single specifically about the movie. That shit rocked. Speaking of shit that rocks, I think, in my opinion, this is a definite no doubt. And I know it's fucking PG. A bunch of people were like, "It's PG. It's not PG." I was like, "Okay, PG-13 and below. It still fucking counts, man." It's all timer,
it's
right?
Totally is. Yeah, I was gonna say it sucks my butt, Steve. No, it's an all-timer. Get out of my face. I mean, and it actually is funny because Steven Spielberg, I think he was the one that said I wanted to make an all-time classic horror movie. Like I feel like he was challenged. Like somebody was drinking with him at a bar one night. They're like, Spielberg, I bet you, Because I bet you couldn't make an all-time classic horror movie. He's like, hold my beer, whore.
Yeah.
And then he did.
Like,
and you know what, to be honest with you, the first time you watch this film, I mean, now it's not going to hold up to all the other Conjurings and the Insidiouses and Sinisters. But back in the day when you watched this, it was fucking scary, dude. There was a lot of scary shit going on and great acting. By the way, some of the coolest parents ever, as far as movie parents. They're smoking weed in the bedroom and shit. I don't know. There was a cozy feel to the whole fucking family. I loved it.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it's actually super fucking scary. Like, it still freaks me out. Like, when they're in that pit in the swimming pool and the bodies are popping up, I'm like, this movie goes harder than it ever should have gone hard. Like, it's weird because it's one of those movies that I get why it's PG-13, because it's not got anything that gnarly as far as like gore or like cursing or titties or butts or pussy juice cocktails. But like, it's why I always try to tell me go fuck gulp, man. But it's scarier than a lot of R-rated movies. Like, the themes in it, the shit that they do is just, God, it's scary.
Yeah, I think it's also got a great message about, you know, the idea of family unity. Like, they stay together, they stick together, and they fight it out. I mean, again, and I feel like it's always been a misconception. Like, a horror movie can have a great message in the middle of it. Like, and it doesn't have to be socioeconomic. It doesn't have to be a social commentary. It can literally just be a love story in the middle of a horror movie, or like you know, a love letter to a family, or, you know, family coming together. And that's what Poltergeist is ultimately. It's a great fuck. And I yeah, dude. And I love Coach. Like, I don't know that guy's name, the dad, Coach. I always just know him as Coach. But dude, like, one of the most iconic scenes is like, you move the headstones, but not the bodies. Dude, it's so fucking cool.
I like the scene where him and his wife, the kids are in bed, and him and his wife are smoking weed in the bedroom. And he's like, he gets in front of the window. He's like, honey, you know, I used to be an Olympic swimmer, right? He's like, before, after. After, before. I was like, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah,
Craig T. Nelson. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a classic movie for a reason. Like,
yeah,
and you know, it's one of those movies I would totally recommend to someone that had never watched a horror movie in their life, but you don't want to start them off too strong with The Exorcist or something like that, or Hellraiser. This is like a definite introduction for young folk to get into horror.
I think it was either in or on our honorable mentions list for both of our top 10 scariest movies of all time, if I remember correctly.
Well, yeah, I feel like we've been exposed to too many men and horror movies over the years, so
definitely been exposed to too many men.
It didn't crack, like, scared me anymore. But I do. It's what, like, dude, it's like when you put that movie in, it's like a familiar, like coming home for Christmas or something from college. I don't know.
It really does feel, like it's a comforting film.
Does it not feel, dude, to me, it always feels like a Christmas movie. I don't know why. It's like there's Christmas vibes to it. I don't know what the fuck is going on, because there's obviously no Christmas lights.
Well, there's something haunting about it to me. Like, so for the other night, like, sometimes my 7-year-old now likes to sleep in our bed. Like, she's like, Wednesday, I'm sleeping in your fucking bed. And for some reason, when she sleeps in our bed, she just continuously, like, has her foot has like crotch radar, and all night long she just finds my nuts and just kicks me in the nuts no matter where I am in the bed. So I just sleep on the couch when she sleeps in the bed. And the other night I had a dream. I was sleeping on the couch, and I just sometimes have weird dreams. And it was the fucking scariest shit ever, dude. Like, I woke up and I was in this weird, like, almost like strange universe. And I was like, oh, like, my brain kicked in. It was like, hey, your kid's been missing for a week and you haven't even looked for her. And I was like, what? And then I started to freak out, and I started, like, kicking down doors and like, oh my God, I got to find her. She's been missing. And it gave me that same vibe. It was one of those times when you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, thank God that was just a dream, you know?
Yeah.
But like, it gave me the same vibe this movie did. Because
sounds like you also shouldn't watch Prisoners before you go to bed.
Yes, not. Or Slayer concerts. But like, it gets the same vibe this movie does, because when Carol Ann goes into the TV and she's gone, and the family's like, oh, I can hear her, she's in the TV. There's almost nothing scarier than that. You know what I mean? Like, the thought of losing a child is the scariest fucking thing on planet Earth to me. Yeah. So like, it's actually super scary to me.
Oh, and you also got to remember, there were so many on the set weird things that happened with that film, and not to mention the fact that one of the lead actresses, the older sister, got murdered, I think, by her fucking boyfriend or something. I don't remember. But yeah,
a bunch of shit like that.
Yeah, and then Carol Ann, unfortunately, the actress that paid, I felt so bad for that little girl, because Poltergeist 3, she was already in the stages of dying, I think. Yeah. And then supposedly they used real fucking skeletons in that pool scene. Like, that was fucking real shit. I'm like, God damn. Steven Spielberg was like, I'm going to take that bet that you made in the bar, motherfucker. with your pansy ass Bud Light, and I'm going to show you a real ass fucking horror movie. And it used real, like they were real actual cadavers that they had borrowed from the I guess the classes, or college classes or something they use for studying human bodies. It's fucking crazy. It's weird shit, man. Weird shit.
Yeah, dark stuff, man. That movie's darker than the average bear for sure. Dan Murphy said, "You boys ready for Ezra Miller to flash us in a movie theater?" That came out wrong. Also excited for Oppenheimer, even though my area can't play IMAX. We don't have an IMAX either, dude.
No, well, yeah, we have to drive like 2.5 hours, I think, to see it.
Still never seen an IMAX movie.
I haven't either. I've never seen one. I would love to see The Flash in IMAX, though. I mean, it almost feels like I want to pay the extra dollars because it's Michael Keaton back one more time as Batman. I feel like if there was any moment in your life that would motivate you to go and spend the extra dollars to see it in IMAX, it would be Michael Keaton returning as Batman. But yes, I'm excited for Ezra Miller because, like, I'm not excited for him to like kidnap anybody or but I'm excited for him to be, like this is the last time he'll ever be the Flash. So I'm excited about that. But as far as Oppenheimer, I'm actually interested in that movie. It's Christopher Nolan. And they've got what's his fucking face? I never can remember his name. Scarecrow.
Oh, Cillian Murphy.
Or is it Cillian Murphy? I don't know.
Or if you're smoking weed with him, Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. He's from Chile. It's a country. But no, yeah, I think it's gonna be great. But yeah, exactly. I'm gonna buy tickets this week for The Flash.
It's weird, man. Like he's gonna spend. It's probably it's a superhero movie these days, so it's probably 2 hours and 45 fucking minutes long. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to watch at least an hour and a half of Ezra Miller trying to be cute and fucking funny. You know what I mean? And that shit's gonna get on my nerves. And also, I was thinking I'm fucking Michael Keaton Batman is our childhood. Like I'm definitely excited to see that. But on the other hand, it feels like they're just Walmarting the shit out of our childhood. Like when he in the trailer, when he's like, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." I'm like,
yeah, that
line
was
was so cool, and now it feels so goddamn Walmart, goddamn like.
Yeah,
and like the CG looks like shit to me. Like that's a movie I actually wouldn't watch in IMAX because the CG I've seen looks like ass. But it did come out that they were so impressed, I guess, with The Flash and what Andre Muschietti, who directed Mama, also did with it, that they're going to give him Batman the Brave and the Bold. He's going to be the director of that as well. So I don't know, man. I'm excited to see Keaton, and based on what everybody's saying, the movie's awesome. My bat senses are tingling, telling me it looks like shit.
Well, my question is when are you going to go to Whoville and steal everyone's Christmas tree?
No, clearly it's amazing. I'm just saying, I thought it looked like
shit.
I
know, but I mean, you get to see Michael fucking Keaton dressed as Batman one more time. I mean, I will shill out money.
Fake. It feels like when you see the Santa Claus at the mall. It's like,
I don't care.
Fucking Santa.
If it's Michael Keaton dressed as Santa Claus, I'll sit on his lap and talk to him.
Yeah.
By the way, there's no way in fuck that Ezra Miller thinks that this movie is being motivated by his acting performance. Everyone knows, Warner Brothers knows, everybody knows. People are going to go see this movie. It's going to make a lot of money. They're going to go see this movie because of Michael Keaton. Point blank. Period. That's it. And this is the last time we're ever going to have to deal with Ezra's shenanigans. He's fucking gone, and that's a good thing. I just want to see how they get rid of him.
They asked the director though on Twitter. The director was like, "No, I will not recast Ezra because I don't think anybody could ever play it as
you won't have a job."
Okay. So I'm like, well, I guess we're just not going to do the Flash anymore. No, because you're not bringing back Ezra.
James Gunn's like, "No, you won't have a job." So it's funny.
But it's amazing, like the shit that goes on in Hollywood, like the stuff with Jonathan Majors and shit like that. Like all these people were so quick to fucking cancel. Like I'm sorry, we don't have video of Mel Gibson striking fucking women and choke slamming and choking women, right?
Well, we do have
Mel Gibson's
audio
not allowed in fucking Hollywood.
Very racist while he's drunk. So I mean, that's the problem.
It's a big difference, right?
I think like if you look at what happened with Mel Gibson, it was like how many years ago? That motherfucker's paid his dues. Like he's done bottom barrel movies that's limited releases. Like he has apologized numerous times. We gave Robert Downey Jr. a fucking crackhead from he could have been on an episode of Intervention. Robert Downey Jr. at one point. I mean, he was doing Elton John videos. It goes, I need love, but that's impossible. Like those were the acting roles that he was settling for, and then he got a jump start to his career with the Iron Man movie, and his whole life changed. And even he went so far as to say when he was accepting an award, like, "Come on, guys, fuck! Like it's been a while now. Like give Mel, like you gotta let Mel off the fucking cross at some point. Like holy shit."
That's what I feel like with the Flash.
You let like people like Ezra Miller, who's like literally a fucking kidnapper, started a goddamn cult in the desert, probably jacks his wiener off, wishing for rain when he was in Arizona, and then like steals fucking expensive ass bottle of wines, does breaking and entering, and he gets a slap on the fucking wrist. Great message that you send. Awesome. Because hey, if you got money and you're cutesy or you got some kind of power and influence in Hollywood, you're above the law. Fuck that shit. That cocksucker should have been in jail. Period. Point blank. But whatever.
Yeah, it trips me out. Like, what kind of message are we sending? It was like, well, yeah, but the Flash is so good. It's like, what? Have you seen fucking Braveheart? Like, I just say let's have the same standards for everybody. It feels like Hollywood's like kind of eking their way, be like, yeah, but it's the Flash and Michael Keaton's back. I was like, no, you guys canceled all these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you canceled all these fucking people. You can't fucking don't you can fuck me. I said this earlier about something. I was talking to Katie about somebody and some weird shit that was going on. And I was like, hey, look, like I just have a problem with letting people fuck me and not letting them know that I know they're fucking me. And I'm like, if you're gonna fuck me, fine, fuck me. There's nothing I can do about it, but I'm gonna make you fuck me face to face. I'm gonna make you look me in the eyes while you fuck me. I'm at least gonna let you know that I know that you're fucking me while you fuck me.
We do missionary. I want eye contact. But yeah, it's well, you know, it's one of those things like I don't know, man. I could go into it forever, and I don't want to I don't want to have that kind of conversation because we go into a bad place in a dark area. But the fact of the matter is, Ezra Miller, Jonathan Majors, those guys have basically shown I'm above the law. Consequences, nothing, don't matter. We're hot in Hollywood, so we get a pass on everything. That's fucking bullshit, man. And that really does set up. If Hollywood was trying to change their image, which they probably should, this is not the route to go. This is not the hill that you want to die on.
Right.
I'm telling you. But you know, and again, if I were in the Warner Brothers, if I were an executive at Warner, it's like, why don't we just push the flashback, get rid of that cocked motherfucker that steals wine and kidnaps little girls, and how about we just get Grant Gustin? Fuck it. We'll put Grant Gustin as the Flash from the WB. It's the last time we're ever going to see the Zack Snyder. I don't like Grant Gustin. Don't get me wrong. He's all right. But we're going to at least get Grant Gustin to carry on the last Zack Snyder influenced movie, period.
Yeah.
And then you can reboot it with James Gunn. That's it.
Right. Well, it's like, you know, and I still don't think we've gotten a great Flash. The Flash in like the animated movies is like way cooler to me.
1990. That dude was the Flash, dude. That dude,
the suit,
he was 100% the Flash,
at least, like with but like I don't know, like I don't think he's ever done anything. They've ever done anything that's been that impressive to me as the Flash. But moving on, anyway.
Oh my god, Dan, appreciate let's go ahead and put that in Steve's asshole.
Yeah. I by the way, Oppenheimer, do want to see it because I love nuclear shit and like Christopher Nolan. Like I never even watched tennis. I never even took the time to watch backwards tennis or whatever it's called. Because that just
when you're drunk and you're on the tennis court.
It's tennis.
We call that tennis.
Tennis. Like we'll play tennis. It's like tennis. I never even watched that, but like when he makes a movie I'm interested in, it's something I definitely want to see, and I'm interested in nuclear shit, so it's a must see for me. Can't wait to see it. Poltergeist. This sucks my butt, Steve. Right?
Yep.
Right?
I don't even want to talk about it. What a waste of a fucking movie, and what a waste of an act. You had Sam Rockwell. You fucking ruined that. Holy shit.
Yeah, how do you have Sam Rockwell in a Poltergeist movie at the height of his game, and you made this fucking suburban microwave fucking hot pocket of a goddamn movie? That movie sucked.
The whole thing, like the director, like literally was ordered off Wish.com. Look, he's definitely directed movies before.
Everybody's trying to correct me in the chat, guys. I know it's Tanae or whatever. I was saying tennis on purpose. I was just fucking kidding. It was that bad though. Like the only saving grace of Poltergeist, it was funny because it was like this Sam Rockwell's his dad. He's like, I just lost my job. Things are really tough. Meanwhile, they have Christmas. He's like, sorry, kids, I couldn't get you a good Christmas. And they're opening up fucking like Xbox, like nines and like goddamn gigantic drones, and he's like, yeah, I was really struggling. I was like, what the fuck is what? Who made this movie?
The
Do you guys know
pacing
what
on that
struggling
movie,
is?
the tone of that movie, it was one of the most awful put together films I've ever seen. Like it was just awful. Like, and I don't know how you fucked. Well, you know, I could ask Disney, how do you fucking lose money on Star Wars? But they fucking continue to surprise me. Holy shit, you guys are underachievers. Good job.
Hey, how crazy is it that we're doing a PG-13 horror movie, and that's the first sucks my butt Steve that Steve's gotten put in his taint. That's the first one. That's crazy. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Maybe it's because we forgot most of the really shitty ones. Insidious, if it sucked, but it doesn't, so it's Insidious.
Man, I put that bitch at an all-timer.
Fuck yeah, me too, Joe.
You got to. All right, first off, a lot of people were shocked that it was rated PG-13. I was actually talking to April. I was like, yeah. She was like, what rated PG-13 films are there that are horror? And I was like, Insidious. And she's like, really? I was like, fuck yeah. Like, most people don't know that. Like, it was so well put together. It was so thought out. The story was really great. The pacing in that movie was really great. The actors were really great. And the scares were genuine because it made sense for the story. And it was actually a unique type of take on horror that we hadn't seen, and it was actually a good injection of fresh blood into the horror genre that was needed. Dude, it's an all fucking timer, dude. I mean, there's no doubt.
I agree, man. The first time I saw him sitting in the theater with my wife Katie, and we're sitting there watching it, and like I'm thinking this is gonna be some popcorn bullshit, and then the second that fucking thing comes on, and it's like, and it's like Insidious, and I was like, oh, I'm hooked. So and good. I was scared the entire movie, and it's got great cinematography. James Wan, the further shit was cool. The Darth Maul dude, like I know he looks just like Darth Maul, but he was scary as fuck. I take Insidious over Conjuring any day of the week. I just like the vibe better. I like the darkness better. Love this movie, man. Yeah.
Well, you're wrong.
All timer for me.
And by the way, in that picture, that Dalton, he looks like a kid that Scott Stapp didn't want to claim as his own, and he's asking for child support.
Yeah, Scott Stapp's kid. He's gonna start a fucking alternative rock band.
Or maybe that's Jared Leto's kid.
No, it's definitely Jared Leto's evil kid.
Yeah,
like that kid fucking steals people's lunch money. In Jared Leto's kid's rich private school. There's no doubt about it. In the case of The Boy, come here, boy. The funeral's about to begin, boy. God love Angus Shrimp, man. The Boy, the crowd has decided that it is officially not fuckable. It's a sucks my butt, Steve.
Oh, it goes into Steve's asshole, and Steve's gonna be sucking some butt, or someone will be sucking some butt by Steve.
They said, "Fuck you, Jared Trump," or whatever your son's name is.
I don't know. I don't know what his son's name is.
Christoph Trump III.
Yeah, it's something probably evil. I don't know. I'm just telling you that you know, and maybe he's a fine boy. Maybe he's maybe he goes to church and he's a good kid. I don't know. I don't want, but he just looks evil. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Maybe it's his haircut.
Oh, I get it. No, there's no.
Maybe that's what it is.
Spade's a spade, man. No matter how you want to paint it, it's true.
Well, Insidious 2 is, you know, dude. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all's butt cracks right now. I'd put this in sucks my butt, Steve.
What?
I put it at fuckable, but dude, I hated this fucking. No, listen.
2?
Oh no! I'm thinking of Conjuring 2. Never mind. Where they did the. No. I'm sorry. I forgive me, child. Forgive me, children. I come to you with drink in hand, and I misspeak to my congregation. No, I'm totally wrong. I was thinking of The Conjuring 2, where they focus more on the romance shit. And I was like, I hated that fucking movie because of that. No, Insidious 2 is real awesome.
It's funny because I agree with you, by the way. That's exactly where I put it. It's real awesome.
Yeah.
But when you said that,
maybe I was like talking shit in the chat right when I said that. Well, you all can go fly a kite. Because I misspoke.
I said, when you said, my natural reaction was to scream that way really loud, and I'm sure that was off-putting, so I'm sorry. But like when I sounded like Handsome Dan, when he's like,
hey! I'm not Handsome Dan. Hey,
no.
How are you? Hey,
it's like yeah, it's real awesome to me too. I enjoyed it, but it took a while to get to the good shit, man. Like it took a little while too, but when it landed hard.
Well, I'm actually glad.
At the same
spoiler
time.
alert! I'm actually glad that Patrick Wilson survived that. I don't feel like the movie does very well. Well, no, I take that back. Insidious 3, I did enjoy Insidious 3 with Lin Shaye.
Every movie has its moments, like even the worst ones have some okay moments. I like the franchise, but there's not really been a standout since 2 for sure. Speaking of something that does not stand out, how about
okay? Well, now I'm going to put into Steve's asshole. I'm not even going to put that in fuckable. That is the biggest cock tease movie I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude. That is literally like getting catfished on Tinder. That's what The Haunting is. It's getting catfished on Tinder. Okay, you think you're going to go in and see a succulent, big, voluptuous, amazing horror movie that's just full of promises, and then what you get is just a fucking trailer park nightmare named Honey Boo Boo that ruins your life because for some reason she thought you'd be interested, and then goes on social media and tries to say that you fat shamed her. That's what The Haunting is, in my opinion. It is a complete cock tease that never delivered.
You said succulent and voluptuous in the same.
Yes, I did. I've been reading the dictionary lately. But no.
Oh, LL Cool J and H showed the big round melons.
Yeah. Dude. I hate this fucking movie. I hated everything about this fucking movie. It's boring as shit. It's like when you ever like watching A&E back in the day, or one of those Discovery shows when they were doing the recreations of someone's supposed haunting, and they had those fake, weird, like really bad actors doing the scene, and then they had like really bad animation and CGI or special effects. That's what The Haunting felt like. The only part that kind of got me interested is when possibly Catherine Zeta-Jones was going to might have had some kind of lesbian things going on with that Lily Taylor there, and then nothing happened of that because she said she was bisexual. It's like, ooh, we have a hope, and then nothing happened. But overall, I love Liam Neeson. The cast was great. The story was fucking garbage, hot ass garbage. I never enjoyed the movie. I think it was like it was the flubber. It was the flubber of horror movies.
I put it to a vote because for me it's fuckable. Like I see exactly what you're saying. I don't disagree with you at all. But like the nostalgic vibe of like that time, like whatever, and Liam Neeson and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Whoa.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
But while you guys are voting on that, I had to show you this. In case you don't know what the joke is there. You guys got to see this because it makes us laugh in the butt, Steve. Hang on.
Dude, by the way, The Haunting, didn't it remind you of going to like Universal Studios and just going through like a very like corporate 100%. Haunted house?
Yeah, 100%. All right, you guys, listen to this. This was the joke Jay was making about Catherine Zeta-Jones.
From American Gladiators, just with all the cool laser parts from Entrapment. You know, the Catherine Zeta-Jones vehicle?
Yeah, it's a classic. But how do we know this is going to work?
Because it was designed by the best.
Catherine Zeta-Jones keeps beneath the lasers. Oh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, dude, was anybody else like bummed that Workaholics like they're not doing it anymore? Like, I mean, that was a great fucking show, dude.
That was a great show, man. That was an awesome show. I still love the fucking opening. It's like Wicker.
Well, it's weird. Fresh. It's weird, like that Workaholics got canceled, and then they kept. I feel like it was like The Office for like stoners.
Yeah, no, 100%.
No,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how it got canceled, or because that one dude, the one that actually, well, yeah, dude, the one that was Catherine Zeta-Jones, he's the only one that really had a career.
Yeah, Adam Devine.
Adam Devine,
that's his name, right? Adam Devine.
The guy with the carrot top hair. He had a role in Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse at the very beginning as a janitor. And he popped up now and again, but never really.
Which I'm surprised that Anders didn't have a better, like, because he was pretty funny in his own right. Like,
yeah, he looks like every fucking John Cusack wannabe guy. Like, I'm a nice guy, but I'm sensitive, and I can say like comedic stuff sometimes. Like, oh.
I'm sensitive, Steven.
Yeah.
So in the case of The Haunting, your all's votes, yes, please, thank you. I'll have another beer, wench. I'm sorry.
Bring me my beer, bitch.
In the case of The Haunting, the crowd agrees with it's a sucks my butt, Steve. 63% to 37%.
Wow, that's a big one. I actually thought it would be more on the line of fuckable.
Well, that's what Jay said when he saw my wiener for the first time.
Well, I was angry when I was talking about that. So I thought people like
was acting up,
reacting again. Of course he is, because he has a people thing on his head as actually says as a splinter. And really, it's because his wife scratched him when he tried to make a move.
I love Adam Devine too, because he's a huge Blink-182 fan, which I appreciate in a man. And I'd probably have sex with him based on just that alone.
Does he not feel like he should have a bigger career, but he doesn't?
Yeah, but like comedy's dead, right? Comedy's fucking dead. So like, what comedian does have a big?
Yeah, but he looks like he could suck some corporate dick pretty well. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, he was in the Righteous Gemstones too.
Yeah.
He had a good role in that as well. How about old Wicker Man, the remake? Nicolas Cage. Oh, the bees, not the bees. My eyes, my goddamn eyes. I think I got it backwards, but
you should have stayed your ass at home while the men were working. I put that at Sucks My Butt, Steve. I fucking hated that movie. I'm boring.
I'm ready to throw it in there too. Oh,
your camera died. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that fucking movie, dude. And I never thought I would have any kind of volatile reaction to like how bad. I mean, Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage. He's a national treasure. He's always going to perform at a certain level. But that movie was so terribly written. It was so terribly shot. It was just a terrible fucking movie, man. I hated every fucking thing about that movie. And I couldn't believe, I could believe Nicolas Cage was in some debt. He had to pay some people's back, which you have to do sometimes. And I think that's why he took the fucking movie. But to be honest with you, even the original, The Wicker Man, I never cared about the fucking story. It never was an interest to me. And then I was like, oh, Nicolas Cage is going to be in it. Like, it's a perfect vehicle for his over-the-top craziness. And he did deliver some, but overall, it's a goddamn slog of a movie. You got to really want to see Nicolas Cage, and you have to. It's like walking, like when your parents said, "I used to walk 15 miles in the snow with no shoes on to get to school." It's like that. You got to walk.
It's like walking backwards naked through a cornfield. Yeah, dude. There's like 3 funny parts in the movie. Like, it's not even great as like a B movie watch, because it is funny when he punches that girl in the face. He just walks in there and just slugs her out of nowhere. And then not the bees, the goddamn bees. Like, that was a great scene. But apart from that movie's boring as fuck, and it's a tragic ass, just boring, terrible movie. I'm gonna go Sucks My Butt, Steve, with you in agreement as men who like to fuck each other in the butt. That's what we do. You remember this whole thing right here?
Yeah. Me and Mike actually did a parody on that. Like, if you go back into the deep crack of the channel history, you can find the parody that Mike and I did of Dark Skies. It wasn't bad as a UFO movie. Again, I rated it as a popcorn horror film. I was never scared of it. I feel like it was a decent flick, though. I put it as fuckable.
Yeah. Come on, challenge. Like, no, like the first time we watched it, I would have said fuckable, but I went back and rewatched it, and like, I'm pretty sure the crowd's gonna agree with you on this one, but like, the alien shit really freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, when you go back and watch it, and the birds are hitting the windows and like falling dead in the street, and the kids are like doing that.
Are they driving through New York streets right now?
Yeah, it's basically like real life.
Yeah.
Like, back then, this shit was scary. Now it's just life. For me, it's real awesome, but I feel like people are going to land with you, but just for the sake of fun, we'll put it in there. I thought the second time I watched it legit, the first time you're hoping it really fucks you up.
Yeah.
So I guess like I
just feel like it was a fun UFO movie. It doesn't make you think when you leave it. Like, the Fourth Kind makes you think, or Fire in the Sky or something like that. Like, this one is just like, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I get that. And again, I think people will side with you on that one. I feel a new heartfelt fuckaroo for it. Do we even have to talk about it? I mean, like, is it obvious? Does it?
Can we already get the trophy? What are we waiting for? Okay, you guys slow. What the fuck you mean? Give Arachnophobia the all-timer gold achievement award.
I showed up.
That's right. I'm bad. That's right.
That's right. I'm bad. Yeah, it's all fucking timer, man.
It's an all-timer, dude. Like,
this was in my top 10 scariest movies of all time list. Like, it goes.
Great movie. And again, I feel like it's one of those movies, much like Poltergeist, that's a very good introductory movie to people that don't normally watch horror, because it gives you that same vibe when you watch a normal horror movie where like the atmosphere is really cool, the actors are awesome, and they're all delivering their lines, and it kind of sets up a situation where you're like, holy shit, I don't know what's gonna happen next. It's got the comic relief with John Goodman. Dude, come on. It's a well put together movie, and it came out in 1990. Julian Sands was fucking badass in it.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's an easy one. You got him the easy ones.
Hippopotamus.
Hip Hop Anonymous. Dante Pilato, thanks, buddy. Says, sup, dudes. I just lost my job today.
Oh, man.
Fuck, man.
Sucks,
Sorry.
Sorry.
Pretty bummed out, but I'm stoked to be hanging with my Wham fam. Can Loomis and Mark Wahlberg give me a pep talk? Love you guys. Hey, love you too, man. I'm sorry to hear that, but hey,
that sucks, man.
One door closes, another one fucking opens. You're gonna get a better job. I can feel it in my tchotchkes, and you're gonna be happier. So, but with that being said, I mean, you just got to go in there. When you make your resume, you fucking lie on that son of a bitch. You think I got to where I got to in Hollywood by being fucking honest? I could stop the Puerto Rican over a 24-pack of Miller Lite. And guess what? I just saw with Mel Gibson in a movie about a fucking priest.
Criminal.
That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing right now. I was in an M. Night Shyamalan movie called The Happening where we had to outrun the wind. I fought Saul Mamby. I was at the fucking Oscars. You lie on that fucking resume. You lie. And then when you get home and you get that new job, you grab your wife by the back of her fucking neck, and you grab her by the back of her fucking neck, and you stick your tongue all the way down her fucking.
It sounds
throat.
like rape. Shut up.
That's what I do to Donnie every time to get him motivated for his.
That's incest.
He does shitty movies like the Deep Saw sequels, but still, that's what I do. I stick my tongue down my brother's throat because I'm a fan of Tom Brady, and he kisses his fucking kid, so I kiss my fucking brother.
You need therapy. And shut your mouth. God damn. Dante. You know, Dante's Inferno. You had a guide named Virgil. He took you through the 9 levels of hell. You saw a lot of shit, right? You lost your goddamn job. It's probably one of them goddamn levels. You lost your job. I didn't expect to lose my job, you say. I was doing everything you asked. Everything. And you come in here with your big bushy eyebrows and say to me, you're fired. They don't deserve you. They're obviously assholes. Go out there on Indeed.com, Monster.com, LinkedIn. There's a lot of goddamn websites, you goddamn crying ass baby.
Well, how you at
find another job? Shut up! You can find another job. Jesus Christ. What's your resume look like? I'm sure you're going to be okay. You got to work at McDonald's, flipping a couple of fucking burgers? Do it. Meantime, look for a better job. You're going to be okay there, Dante. But don't come on this channel crying. You big pussy. Go find a job. Instead of donating money to these assholes here, go find a job. Anyway, I got to go back to my parakeets.
Motherfucker said parakeets.
I swear to God, Dr. Loomis would have parakeets. Dude. I don't know why. I always thought he was like parakeets that he taught to talk. Like, kill Michael.
Oh shit! Fucking parakeets got me, dude.
But yeah, but Dante, all our hopes to you, man. I mean, it sucks when you lose your job. I hope you get a new one, man. I hope you get a new one.
Yeah,
you'll probably get a better one.
Hey, and that's the truth, man. One door only closes, so another one's open. Same thing goes with women or men. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever you folks are into out there, you goddamn perverts. Whatever you're into, one door closes. It hope it's good. That's your path, man. That's your path. Your path was not meant to be there. Go get a fucking better one and say, fuck you, fuckers. Suck my fucking dick.
Yeah, write them an email after you get a better job. I mean, I just want to thank you for releasing me into the wild because I actually
my fucking dick. That's how
I actually found my lion spirit, and you pieces of shit were holding it back the entire time. So I hope you burn in hell and your wives cheat on you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you show them. You fucking show them. I'm gonna show the toilet, dude. I gotta pee again real bad. I don't mean to shortchange and like jump in first.
God damn it,
first
dude.
Last time, but it's the fucking truth, man. I gotta pee. I got a little wiener tonight. It's like almost like every night, but different.
All right, where are we at?
Andrew Jones at 9:22 p.m.
Who?
Andrew Jones at 9:22 p.m.
It better not be who I think.
No, it's not. It's
okay.
it's right here.
Right.
Hey, I'll start this before I go, just so you make sure you get in, and then you can go continue them down below. But he said, "Hey gentlemen, big fan. Hope you guys are having a great one. We're surviving. That's what we're doing. That's what we do as men in the year of 2023. We survive,
and not
that's all
drink
you
Bud
can
Light,
do.
only in secret, like listening to a Nickelback album.
Yeah,
Only in
you chug
secret.
it.
Only
You
in
butt
secret.
chug it. You can
Yeah.
only butt chug it just to be different.
You get like you get a Bud Light and a Nickelback album complimentary stack when you leave Target nowadays.
Yeah,
They're like,
that's what I gotta do.
nobody's buying this shit. Here you go.
It's the only place that's accepted anymore. Hey, gentlemen, big fan. I hope you guys are having a great one. Having back surgery tomorrow and could use some good vibes. Keep up the good work. Stu lives. Get it up. He does fucking live. That was really high pitched.
God damn, Andrew. Are you already on the medication that you're already like doing fantasies and delusions in your head? Holy shit. I thought they only gave that to you when you were going into surgery, but you're apparently having all sorts of problems there, Andrew. But hey, man, I hope the surgery goes well. You shouldn't be touching the liquids before you go into the surgery. Then you already are like doing some moonshine or something. But hey, man, thank you, man. Really appreciate that. We're having a good stream. I think it's a pretty fun stream. A lot of cool peeps in the chats. So yeah, good times.
Yeah, dude. It's a good time. It's good. It's always a good time to be with you fucking degenerates. And hey, man, I've never had back surgery, but I don't even like to go to the fucking dentist. So I feel for you. Like our hearts go do that. That sucks, man. I hope they give you some good pills that you can take and play video games and be like, leave me alone. I'm all broken up here, bitch. I can't work. and like at least you have that going for you. But hey, dude, you're gonna be all right. Do the things that make your body the way it needs to be. You're fixing yourself. Whatever's going on back there, you're fixing yourself. Jay and I butt fuck too hard, so we're gonna end up having back surgery too sometimes.
Yeah, go pee. And no one's gonna cover it insurance wise. All right, I'll see you soon. You go take a little tinkle break. Rodent Tootin', Texas Tootin' comes in there hot from the state of Texas with his 6 guns pulled out. He says, I remember this really weird movie from when I was a kid about teenagers in the dawn of the dead type scenario, and it was pretty brutal, but I cannot remember the name of it. I gotta lay off the goddamn shine. He didn't put the goddamn at the end because he's a Christian folk. I did myself, but hey, man, you're talking about, listen here, teenagers in a dawn of the dead type scenario. It's pretty brutal. Cannot remember the name of it. There's a bunch of kids out there, and there's drinking moonshine. There's drinking whiskey and liquor and all sorts of vile things that the Lord don't like. Having premarital sex. What the hell was that movie? I don't know. It sounds familiar, though, Rootin' Tootin'. It sounds familiar, but we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Maybe somebody in the chat can answer that question. I really don't know. I can't remember, but it does sound very familiar. Moving on through, John Horside says the original Haunting is better at 1,000%. You get a gold star for the day and put your picture on the wall. John Horside, you are correct. The Haunting itself, the original film, was very well done, enjoyable, and it flowed good. I mean, I did like the original Haunting. The remake, again, I feel like the only way I can describe the remake is if you go on a Universal Studios ride. Like what's the fucking ride called where you go up the Tower of Terror? You know what I mean? It just feels very fake. It feels very corporate. We're gonna sell some lollipops with a picture of a fucking ghost on it to some bastard kid that comes off that ride. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm stupid, but that's what it feels like. Nighttime says the Gate from '87 is PG-13. Yeah, I remember the Gate. I don't remember much about it. I think we just watched that recently for a Patreon commentary or something like that. Not bad at all. And I think it was PG-13 as you're saying, Nighttime. But anyhow, thank you so much, man. Passing things. Bronson Wright Wolf. You sound like the guy that's going to break all of Mozart's records for like the first guy to write a truly original piano song that's going to challenge classical music that's been around forever. Truly, your name is amazing. Any thoughts on the Dark Water remake from 05? No. I don't even know what that is, man. I have no idea, Bronson. No. I don't know what that is. Dark Water remake from 05. No. I have no thoughts because I don't know what that is. Uncultured Dakota comes in swinging and says, "Hey dudes, little late to the stream, but happy. The Mothman Prophecy is on the list. An eerie one for sure. Going to Point Pleasant next month." Dude, yes, that's where I want to go too. That would be amazing. Point Pleasant, if you guys don't know, is the town in which the Mothman Prophecies film take place. It's a real place in West Virginia, and they have like a whole statue built to the Mothman. They have tours and shit like that. Dude, I would love to go to Point Pleasant. That's awesome. I'm very jealous of you. Very jealous. I want to track you down and steal your ticket. But yeah, dude, I think the Mothman Prophecies is you're dead on eerie. I feel like it's a very eerie horror movie with obvious horror elements, but it's got a great story. And it could be true. I mean, it's based on a true story. We don't know. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know. But yeah, man, fucking scary shit. I feel like it's ultimately a scary story, not only because it's based on true eyewitness accounts, but the way that the Mothman community, dude, it's just, yeah, I agree. I agree. And I feel like that we're up. All right, we're caught up. Holy shit, that's some good shit right there. Moving fast. I hope I hope I answer your questions adequately. Colton says, Jay, did you see Harry Manfredini leak today that there is a completely new F-13 Friday the 13th game in development? No, I didn't see that. I don't know how's that going to work? Because as far as I know, there's still some legal issues they have to iron out, even though the case is settled, I think, right? That they have to iron out some legal issues before anything like a video game or a new movie could be made. So I don't know. I haven't heard of it, but Matt Hatter thoughts is Indrid Cold terrified me. Yeah, dude, for sure. But I haven't heard that, Colton. I don't know. I have no opinion on it because I just don't know how that's going to work. But Matt Hatter said his friggin' voice was creepy. Holy shit, we're so close.
Whoa.
Wow. No, do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Zoom in cam.
Oh, I just came. That's what it looks like from the POV of your poor wife or your girlfriend. Yeah, everything's caught up. Everything's caught up. Yeah, so we're good. All right, cool. I'm gonna go pee, and then we'll finish this goddamn list off like we should.
Yeah, we'll do it right, like men in the butt, doing stuff like men do. We're gonna chop some wood and suck some dicks, because that's how men handle things. That's how men do things. You're not a man until you've had a man, or 12, or 37. So anyways, what I was saying was, I am a man and you're a woman. Let's just cut through all the red tape. You know, we both know what we want. We both want physical interaction, right? So why stand here, a man in front of a woman, playing these games, playing these weird games, and let's just let our inhibitions fly and just be physical. I want to get physical. I want to get. I'm gonna go back into the list. That's what I'm gonna do, because I don't know what's happening right now. Hello everyone. Oh my God, Dan, you're fucking right. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready to have your dicks blown off? Watch this. Watch this magic show. We're professionals. This is a professional channel who does professional things. And we have a fucking ticker. So you tell my parents that I didn't waste my life and I did something good with it because I have a fucking ticker on my YouTube show. That's right. We fucking mean business around here. We're doing business and suits and stuff. That's what men do. You're goddamn right. In the case of Dark Skies, for once, people agree. Dark Skies is fuckable. That's what we said, right? Wait a minute. What did you guys say? I got to go back and double check it. Fuckable. Oh, shit. I said real awesome. You guys agree with Jay. It is fuckable. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I knew it would be. I knew that's what would happen. And that's what we're doing. It's going to the fuckable territory. That's fair. That's fair. I love alien shit. I've been playing the new game. I'm doing a Bloody Disgusting article for it. The Gray Hill incident. And I can't say shit about it because the embargo doesn't drop until Friday. But read that shit. You fucking read it. You read it like you meant to fucking read it. Okay, let me go over here. Let me scoot around a little bit. Jay said he was all caught up, but what does that mean in the scope of who we are as men and women naked in our parents' living rooms, hoping they don't see us? Andrew Jones said, have you guys seen Something Wicked This Way Comes? Or The Midnight Hour? They are pretty good. Anyway, I eat pieces of shit like me for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? So I have not seen The Midnight Hour, I don't think. Could have been one of those weird festival reviews I did, but if it was, it must not have been good enough for me to remember. But Something Wicked This Way Comes was weird. It was dark as shit. It was really depressing. It was like A24 with like a mix of some like really dark shit in there. And I was ready for it to fuck me up, but it never really got that to that point. They were too obsessed with like the grief and the sadness. It never really truly fucked me up. Kind of like the Black Coat's Daughter. Black Coat's Daughter is a movie that's dark and twisted. And the first time I saw it, man, it fucked me up. But the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, I kind of get why people aren't that excited about it. It's super slow. But yeah, that was a fucked up movie. If you want a movie that has a chance to really scare you, Something Wicked This Way Comes is definitely worth checking out. There's no doubt about that for sure. Uncultured Dakota. He's like, I'm not going to the fucking museum. Fuck your mom. Fuck your dad. We're going to Hooters, Shenanigans, Applebee's. I'm not going to a goddamn museum. I'm a man. I'm 40. He says, recently watched The Curve, Disturbing Behavior, and Urban Legend. All very enjoyable. Loving the Just Like Scream videos you've been putting out. Thanks, man. And I got to say, thank you guys, because doing that series, it's fucking like, it's easy to do like the updates for the new movies and stuff. And everybody gets really excited about those. And I'm thankful for that. But it's sometimes when you go back and you do old movies, it feels like, you know, there's like, that's not your thing, Dick. Put your dick down. And I'm like, no. But that series is doing really well, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy because it's fun to go back and watch those movies and re-experience them for the first time. That's what kicked it off for me, dude, was The Curve. When I watched The Curve, and I was like, that's fucking Stu, man. That is Matthew Lillard as Stu in another Screamish type movie. And I want to go into all of it. You know, I want to deep sea dive into it. So that's what started. The Curve ruled. Disturbing Behaviors, one Jay and I reviewed together, and he liked it a lot more than I did. But eventually we will have to just like Scream that as well. And Urban Legend shocked me with how much I liked it. So I recorded my review today for the third Urban Legends movies, the next Just Like Scream. That'll be up tomorrow, the next day. We got that, and we got a Drive review that Jay and I did together. And oh my God, what a piece of shit that was. That shit was awful. But thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, here's a morose motherfucker right here.
Yeah, I shouldn't even be here today.
Hey, we love you too, Michael.
Hey, thank you, Michael.
Sorry we couldn't see you as well this weekend, man. Was really looking forward to meeting you. We love you, dude. We love you. Dude, fucking put the ticker on. Did you see that? I put the ticker on.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. I thought you had it on.
Tell our parents to respect us. They need to. It's time. The Dante Graves Show, thanks, buddy, says, would you guys ever consider making your own Michael Myers fan film? We would love to see it. Death scenes and all. By the way, I just got my tickets, and we'll be driving from Iowa to Kentucky for Scarefest.
Hey, all right, man. That's badass. Can't wait to be here.
We'll actually be there, man.
We've talked about it before. We had some ideas behind it, but I don't know, man. There's so many great fan films that are already out there on YouTube dealing with Halloween. And it takes so much time, and there's so much, things that you have to put in, money, effort, which is not, we don't have a lot
Not our
of that.
forte.
Yeah,
Effort's
that's not our thing. But yeah, I don't know, man. We've got ideas for it, but I don't know. I wouldn't. I think that our parodies of Michael Myers and Loomis and all that stuff is pretty much what we're always going to do. Even though, yeah, of course, I mean, we have ideas for a serious take on it, but it would be, yeah, I mean, it's such a competitive field in the Halloween fan film sphere that probably never.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat. We're in agreement on that. Dante Graves show. Like, I appreciate that people do the fan films and stuff, but like, and we've had offers to be in some, and some that sound like they're going to be really cool. And
we were in one.
Oh yeah, we're the voice in one.
Yeah, the radio talk show guys.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It's I shudder to say, because I'm not trying to down it at all. It just, there's something about that just, I don't know. There's so many people that do it, that already do it, and they do such a good job of it, and there's so much work and there's so much money that it takes to do that stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, man. The way I put it is, when I was in a band, I realized something. Like, I used to like worship and like idolize, and I still do in some cases, Blink-182, but like bands and shit like that. And when I was in a band and we were actually playing shows and stuff like that, and then you're backstage with bigger bands than you, and it kind of just like took the magic out of it for me. I was just like, you're just regular dudes doing the exact same thing we're doing, and some of you are dicks. And I don't ever want to feel that with movies. So like, the only thing I would ever do, in my personal opinion, and I'll never have enough money to, when it comes to movies, is produce. Because I would love to be the kind of guy that looks at the really talented people that have the talents I don't have and be like, well, here's what I think about that. But like, as far as actually making them, it's just, I would just much rather just be a fan. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, when it comes to movies, I would just much rather be a fan than actually be involved. And that's kind of where I come down with the fan stuff like that. So,
well, if you're a horror and you don't cast me as a Dr. Loomis,
I would.
Flashback sequence.
If I was a producer, it's happening.
You're a piece of shit.
It's fucking I would be like, no, we need to get someone more talented. No,
I'll be like, I'm gonna reactivate my Facebook. I'm gonna air out all my grievances right there.
The Visit. We're almost gonna sort of speed around this a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta get through this one. Fuckable. I think it's fuckable.
Fuckable, yeah, it's good. Well, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad considering that M. Night Shyamalan Bing Bong hadn't really had a great movie in a while.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed it. Like, watching it, I'm like, I feel so bad for M. Night Shyamalan. I really do, because he's a great, talented director, and he's caught in trap. He's always got to have a twist. He's always got to do like an extra thing. He just can't tell a good story. Because where's the twist? Where's the goddamn twisted lemon nipple? And he's like, dude, I just want to like fucking make a movie. He's like, no. We're not gonna fund your movie unless there's a twisted nipple somewhere, along with someone drinking a twisted tea, because we're getting sponsored by them. So yeah, but it's a fuckable movie. It's a good movie. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot too, and I think it could be real awesome. There's no problems with that. The only problem I have with it is that fucking annoying ass kid with his rapping and shit like that. That shit was really annoying, but I enjoyed The Visit a lot. But it's fuckable, but it's got real awesome leanings.
It's like one of the Paul brothers being a rapper and an actor in a movie.
Oh God, that would be such.
It literally is like that. I was like, you're like a little brother, the Paul brothers.
Yeah. Another M. Night film, Old.
Fuckable. It's fuckable. I actually just watched that like 2 months ago. I never seen it before, so I watched it. I think it's on HBO Max, so you can watch it. It's not bad, but ultimately it's the same kind of thing, dude. I was watching it, and then the twist thing came in. I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, it's
here we go.
Yeah, dude. It's honestly the definition of just like watchable, and in this case, fuckable, because it's like, it's watchable. It's M. Night. He knows fucking cinematography and like the camera work and shit, and he knows suspense and all that. It's great, but there's nothing when you get done watching it, you just go, okay, that was entertaining. Not bad. It's just it never. I would definitely put The Visit above Old, but
I would
in this
too,
case,
but
it's definitely not sucks.
It's like if you ever got a chance to have sex with a porn star and you're like, oh my God, I'm in for a treat. And then it's like regular sex. And you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be something else, but okay.
It's really loose
Yeah.
and messy, but you still come too fast.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't want you to put it in my butt. Like, what? I've seen your videos.
You love that. You said you loved it. I saw it. Okay. World War Z.
Fuckable.
I agree. Yeah, fuckable, man.
I feel like
Fuckable.
it's way too much CGI. I mean, I would not be surprised. This was directed by George Lucas and his take on World War.
Oh my God, it seems like
like it does. Like Roger. Like I was like the zombies look like shit. In my opinion, I never liked that. I understand what they were going for, and it would be very hard for them to do a practical effect where these massive amounts of zombies are like coming over the wall and they're destroying concrete. I get all that. Like, and by the way, the book is amazing. The book is amazing, but I do not feel the director of this film was up to the task. I feel like it's a film that you could have slow played it and done more of an approach like I Am Legend and made it a much more memorable film. And unfortunately, they were just going for like, hey, how much money can we make off CGI, or how quickly can we like put this in the old assembly line and just crank out a fucking movie real quick.
Yeah,
with Brad
Pitt
as the lead.
I mean, would you tell me Brad Pitt in a zombie movie? That shit should be real awesome or all timer. You know what I mean? Like they had the money.
His acting was awesome. No, I loved his acting.
Oh, he was great, but the movie didn't live up to him. Like the movie was fine, but it didn't live up to him. And again, it goes back to CG. Like, look at the zombie shit was built on George Romero and Savini and like doing it right. And it's cool to see for a second to see them do like their thing where they jump up and there's like 1,000 of them crawling over each other. But it's so clearly CG that it never really lands. But the best part of that movie is definitely seeing what it's like when the family's in the city and watching it go down, like watching it begin and being at the ground zero of the zombie attack. That shit was real awesome. But the movie as a whole, I agree, it's fuckable. I was working third shift when you and I saw this. I got off work and barely slept that night and went to see it. And I fell asleep like 7 times trying to stay awake to watch this fucker.
The thing about World War Z would have worked way better as a Netflix series.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like, or an HBO Max series. If you had taken the time and done episodes, I think it would have been great. Yeah. I think that's how you do it. I think that's how you do World War Z. But
yeah. Fuckable, but just like The Visit, I'd call it a strong fuckable. You know? Strong fucking, a real nice fucking. Dude, Cloverfield, for me, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it's fucking all-timer, no doubt. That's just my thoughts.
I'm just gonna go ahead and you know what? You already got the horse out of the barn, and you need someone to ride behind you. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump up on the horse, and we're gonna ride out into the Wild West together. I agrees with you. First off, it's a great fucking movie. Cloverfield actually is very well done. It was the first time we ever had, as Americans, our own Godzilla, because unfortunately we've already co-opted.
That's true, right?
Yeah, we always co-opted Japan's monster movies, and Godzilla, don't get me wrong, is classic for reasons, and it definitely deserves the title of classic. But it was really cool to see like an original take on a giant monster movie, and I did appreciate, and I loved the fact that they did the found footage stuff. I think it worked very well for the film. I mean, and who could forget the fucking Statue of Liberty head rolling through the street? Dude, it's fucking amazing, and they kept it vague. J.J. Abrams made sure this was vague. You didn't know where it came from. Was it outer space? Was it from the bottom of the ocean, like a creature that we didn't know about? I loved it, dude. I think it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I do too. That's why it's all-timer for me. For me, it's like one of the best found footage movies of all time. And it was such a genius idea to make a monster movie found footage. Like it was really original. Like it was really cool and strange and mysterious the way they did the trailers and like they hyped it up. To me, they've really fumbled the bag on continuing this series. Like I like 10 Cloverfield Lane. We put it in real awesome. Like Cloverfield Paradox, piece of shit. But like
bad, yeah.
This movie, dude, like they really fumbled. They could have done something really cool, but the way you only saw like the tail or you saw like the leg,
I love it.
Like you're really experiencing, because that's what everybody thinks when you think about found footage. Like the reason you go, not found footage, but into world movies, the reason you go see them is because like if you've ever been sitting at a stoplight and like look around. Have you ever just been thinking, man, what would it look like if fucking Godzilla just walked out right now, or if the world came to an end, or if a nuclear explosion or whatever? And this movie gives you the closest thing to that, like being on ground level and looking up what it would actually be like to be one of us as a human being and see that happen in real time. So it's a special movie to me. I love it. It's an all-timer. Get it in the box, you fucking
well,
slut.
Abrams is too busy with doing Star Trek shit, so I don't think we're ever going to get a proper sequel.
They say they're doing it. They say they're making it. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. They're going to get the fucking guy that did The Haunting to come in and do it.
I know you love this one. This is the old Jay.
Now, here's the thing about now I think that Lights Out, and we did a review for it years ago when it came out. I feel like it's got like Michael Myers potential stories. I mean, it's got this mythos about it, right? When they present it, and there was something about it that reminded me of how they did Halloween. Like, you don't know. There could be a plausible explanation for what this is or what this phenomenon is going on, but it's presented in a way that, dude, I'm torn. I could put this as an all-timer, but I could put it, I feel comfortable at Real Awesome. I feel comfortable at Real Awesome.
I could be all right with Fuckable, but I think Real Awesome is appropriate. Like the fact that Pony Smasher did this movie, it's based on a short that a dude did on YouTube, and he made it. It's a fun movie. The actress in it's really good. Really well done. And like, if you're gonna like I'm not a huge Conjuring person at all. You guys know this about me. I'm not a fan of the Conjuring sequels at all. I think this did what the Conjuring sequels did, but had a little bit more edge, a little bit more punk rock to it. I enjoyed it a little bit more than those. I'm good with Real Awesome myself. Yes,
and you know, it does feel like a super, like if it was a comic book, it's a supervillain origin story.
Yeah,
like
little James Wanish.
And by the way, I have nothing but respect for Pony Smasher. Like that like he's one of us. Like he was just a guy that made a short on YouTube.
If we had talent.
Yeah, if we had talent. Yeah, not like us, but like one of maybe you find folk that have talent in your bones. And I appreciate the underdog coming up and like really making a dent in Hollywood, and that's what he is. Like that's, you know, and he's like, I got a great idea, I got a great story, it's original, and I got to give it to that. It's original. But dude, I swear to God, when you watch Lights Out, if you look at it through the lens of like I'm watching a Marvel or a DC villain's origin story, it works. I don't know.
Totes goats, man. I agree. Real Awesome is where it fits. We just reviewed this. We just had a spoiler stream for this and have the regular review on the channel for it. The Boogeyman that just came out last week. Jay would call this. It's tough. It is tough. I mean, fuck. I don't know. You tell me. I'm torn between. I'm more Real Awesome. I'm a little more Real Awesome, to be honest, but like Fuckable's also appropriate. I think it's Real Awesome though. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like my wiener is swinging toward the Real Awesome personally, because I feel like there's a really cool approach they took with having the family front and center and making that the supernatural horror is obviously there, right? But the symbolisms that this movie represents and like the healing of a family is the main focal point, and you don't get a lot of these movies anymore. Like, I think it's a smart horror movie, and again, you just don't get smart horror movies. I think and I hated that fucking kid, and I wish that kid had died in a car accident in the fucking the Babadook. The Babadook. I wish that she had just slammed the brakes too hard and he'd flown through the windshield and fucking died when he was screaming. But at the same time, I gotta appreciate it for its emotional levity. And since that movie, there wasn't a lot of movies that came. Hereditary did that kind of, but this movie's got it's got heart, it's got soul to it, and you don't see that a lot anymore with horror films. So I'd put it. I really would. I put it Real Awesome. I think it's a real awesome fucking movie.
And the effects on the Boogeyman themselves was done really good. It was in pitch black, and like they didn't over CGI it. And when they showed the monster to you, it was a really cool looking monster, which I appreciated. And it had some good jump scares, some really scary thoughts too. I'm happy that we put that in Real Awesome. It makes me happy in my ding dong. And my ding dong is the only thing I have to please on
I
this
can't
earth.
wait to read the comments on this video.
Do we even have to talk about it?
No.
Or is this a fucking all-timer, son?
Go ahead and take your spot at the head of the line, you fucking bastard.
Get
you
in there.
Deserve it. Dude, it's one of the first movies I've ever seen in the theater. I was totally going into the movie theater expecting this movie to be another run-of-the-mill bullshit, shock jock type of film. And I lost my ballsack.
My nut sock.
Yeah, dude, I had to go around the theater looking for them because it scared the shit out of me. But it's a great story. Ringu is totally better. I get it, but we're Americans and we're lazy and fat.
I'm not afraid anymore.
And we only take material that's been watered down, I suppose, in some ways. But The Ring itself, it's actually a great story. I think they do a very good job of the adaptation of Ringu. They at least keep the key elements of Ringu, and I've seen Ringu, by the way. They keep the key elements of Ringu. It's not as terrifying or well put together as Ringu, but it's still a great film overall. I feel like it's an all-timer, dude. I feel like this is what reset the clock on what you got to do if you're going to stay relevant in the horror genre. You got to do something. You got to do something out there. You got to do something crazy. And Japan, God bless them, those guys are out there fucking doing work. Like, this was their idea. They're doing the fucking work, man. They're being original. They're coming up with original ideas and not just rehashing same old shit.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, man. I think The Ring is one of the very few movies in my life, and I'm pretty sure it was on my top 10 scariest movies of all time. One of the very few movies in my life that I went to the theater, saw, and left, and was actually scared. I was shook up by it. Did not expect it. Fucked me up a little bit. And super rewatchable. Really good acting in the movie. Great story. Original. I know it was a remake, but yeah, man, The Ring to me is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's an easy fucking all-timer. Let's stick her right in there like I mean it with no fucking lube.
See her face? That's exactly what she looks like if Mike and I took her dick out.
Whoa!
It's so small. I can't believe it.
By the way, yeah, I well, never mind. I'm not going to say what I was thinking in my brain right there because that was wrong. Going right off the ring.
Get it on my. I don't like looking at that. Get it on my fucking face.
I'm the leprechaun. I'm the leprechaun.
I love to shoot a fucking fiery arrow into her eyeball.
Jay, look at her. Watch this. Look at the screen, Jay. Oh. Jay hates it.
Dude, that shit scared me. That shit scared me, dude. I don't know why. Like, that movie.
It's in your house, Jay. It's in your house. It's in your bed. Oh.
First off, you're fucking wrong because I buried this movie. Literally. All right. So, remember we used to go to Walmart at midnight and you could buy the movies when they were released? I bought this movie at midnight and I went home and I watched it. And after I was done watching it, guess what I did? I literally buried it in my fucking yard. I don't know. I swear to God, I swear on mom, dude. I buried it.
Well, that's probably what caused all your struggles in your marriage. You haunted yourself.
She just reminds me of my ex-wife when she got drunk on wine. But dude, I was scared of this movie. And you know what? I've watched this movie I don't know, maybe it was a couple of months ago. It's not really a great movie. It's not a great movie. But I feel like, can you move it out of my face? Thank you. How about not? How about not do that? How about not do that? I'm gonna turn the camera off.
Is that solid?
How about we just? I'll minimize the screen. How about we just?
Let me fix it for you real quick. But listen to my ASMR though. Oh!
I hope a giant eagle flies down and puts its giant eagle dick in your mouth tomorrow.
That's when someone sees your dick, dude.
And then Toby Keith sings to you. I listen. Get it the fuck out of my face. I'm gonna give it a fuckable on. Stop, Mike.
I'm trying to make it smaller.
No, you're not. You're being a dickhead.
No, I swear to God, I'm trying to make it smaller now.
All right, I'm gonna make it. Oh God, She's so stringy. I'm gonna give it a fuckable. I don't think the movie is grand by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is hot in that movie, but I don't think it's grand. I feel like it scared me. It scared me. All right, you guys, listen. I feel like I'm in an AA meeting and I'm talking to people, and I'm talking about things that like led me to alcohol, and then I've got judgy eyes all around me, and I want to call you out. I want to say, well, what do you have to say? Don't throw stones in glass houses.
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
What makes you so much better than me, you cocksucker? It's a fuckable movie as far as plot lines, but it's all time. As far as scary, it scared the fuck out of me.
I'm just gonna cede to you on that one because that movie is so much more deeper in your crawl than it is to me. I actually fell asleep watching this in the theater and have never been able to finish it with any seriousness. With it would probably be a sucks my butt, Steve, but I think for what it means to you in your life, we should just throw it in whatever you say because like you're definitely the core audience for what that movie.
Let me tell you something. There's two scenes in that movie. There's two scenes. When I saw them, I was like, "This is like nightmare I can't wake up from." Okay, when the guy or the girl, I can't remember. I think it's a girl. She's running up the staircase at the hospital. I don't remember, or the apartment building, and then the door's starting to close, and there's darkness, and you see her going, and she's like right in the fucking goddamn door. She was chasing her through the darkened hallway, and the light was receding as she was running up the steps. That's fucking terrifying. And then when she lays down, which she thinks is a perfectly normal, secured environment, when she's laying down, she feels something on her coochie or maybe her belly button, and she looks down, and fucking goddamn grudge girl is like going and like eating her out or whatever the fuck she was doing, and she dies. I lost it then. I'm like, oh my god. Like,
that's what girls do when I eat them out.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a stupid fear, but holy shit.
I love that it scares you. Like I wouldn't change a goddamn thing, man. How about speaking of shit that scares people? Well, this movie scares the fuck out of me.
I'm gonna let you lead this one because you gave me the Grudge. I'll let you lead this one.
I'll say real awesome. I'll say real awesome. I think that this movie scared the fuck out of me, but like I think I was so ready to be fucked up when I saw it. It was almost disappointing, but going back and rewatching it, every time I do, when they're like, I saw a white owl and that fucking owl's in the goddamn window, like, whoo, whoo. And they all saw the same white owl. And then all of a sudden, when people are having their goddamn therapy sessions and they start going,
yeah,
fucking, like, I can't take it, dude. It scares the fucking shit out of me. So, fake as shit. They lied their ass off. This was a gigantic asshole move marketing wise, the way they did it all, trying to pretend it's real, but it was on my top 10 scariest movies of all time. I'll put it real awesome with a touch of all time response.
And Mila Jovovich wasn't annoying, but it was so fucking cringy at the very beginning. It's like, this is based on true stories. I'm like, no, it's not. Shut the fuck up. Like it's goddamn the guy from The Next Generation. What's that show that he used to do on Sci-Fi? Real or fiction, you decide. Is he Jonathan Frakes? Is Jonathan Frakes going to come out later on and do the episode?
Exactly. So there's a touch of all-timer in that one in there for me, but as a whole movie, we'll put it there. Haunted in Connecticut. I just watched this movie, dude, the first time a couple months ago.
I don't know.
Have you never seen it?
No, I've seen it. I just don't remember it.
It's fuckable. It's the literal definition of fuckable. If any of these movies are just fuckable, it is Haunting in Connecticut. It's like they have cool
like
shit.
Sucking a turd off.
Yeah,
a fiery
one of those flag shows or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, it's got cool horror shit in it. There's a couple times they're like, "We're gonna get you," and you're like, "Oh, fuck me up, dude," and they're like, "No, I ain't gonna fuck you up." And then it gets corny and then it gets lost, but it's got some cool shit in there. It's the definition of fuckable at the end of the day, completely and totally, for sure. Stick her in, Steve. Not sucks my butt, Steve. Hey, are you surprised, by the way, for all the shit we talk about PG-13 horror, the least full section tonight is Sucks My Butt, Steve? How about
Yeah,
that?
I mean, but I feel like it's a challenge for a lot of directors if they're limited by well, you have to do a rated PG-13 horror film, and I feel like a lot of directors like rise up to the challenge, but then you have like some that just don't give a shit, like the Poltergeist or the Wicker Man remake or
Yeah.
The Haunting or Rob Zombie, going and ordering a Starbucks coffee. You just, some people just don't want to put the effort in. And he's like, my name's goddamn Rob Zombie. It's like, I'm sorry, I put Sherry Moon Zombie's husband.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also, dude, it's weird because like I feel like what they should do is like do what the Weinsteins used to do, like fuck those guys. But what they used to do was they would let somebody make a movie and they would watch it and then they would go, nah, we need to go back and do reshoots and we need to add gore to it. I feel like any of these movies, if you did a couple reshoots and like, let's take these movies as they stand, but also add a couple gory, fucked up scenes in them, I think it would make every single one of them a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Maybe,
almost. Maybe not like Killer Klowns and shit like that or Poltergeist, but yeah, like even though they're great as PG-13, that doesn't mean they wouldn't have been even better as rated R, which is why every time I hear a movie is going to be PG-13, I don't say, oh, it's going to fucking suck. But I also go, well, that's disappointing. Probably would have been better as an R.
The only time that I remember saying it's going to fucking suck right away was like RoboCop.
Right. Shit like that.
And I'm like, yeah, you can't not do a rated PG-13. I mean, you can't. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
100%, dude. All right, we're gonna speed round it a touch before we get to your all super chat. So if you have your super chats, make them now. But we are gonna sort of speed round this.
All right, let's go.
Make sure we get to everything.
Let's
We
go.
got all the extra fucking fixins. Speaking of shit, that's a cash grab. Oh,
sucks my butt. Put it in Steve's asshole and
fucking
get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, it had its moments. They gave it all away in the trailer. Nothing real special. Hey, you remember they sent us that box though, where we ate like the crickets and shit? That was fun.
Yeah, we hoard ourselves out for some advertisement.
This is the definition of fucking cash grab, though. Yeah, the definition of cash grab movie.
And we participated, so we're just as big of a piece of shit. Terrible.
Hey, they sent us a free box of
I know, but well, I don't. We weren't like smart enough to be like, oh, we probably should give it a positive rating to the movie because they sent us free shit. I was like, we didn't know. We still like shit on it. So
in all honesty, there's an argument for fuckable. It wasn't that bad, but there was just nothing special about that movie.
It was a watered down Saw version.
Now, Unfriended, that shit was good. A Quiet Place,
real awesome.
I couldn't agree more. I think some people will say all timer, but I think
those people are high right now. We're drinking beer, they're smoking meth. Real awesome.
Super solid movie with some good scares in it. Yeah, man, it was that movie is the definition of a crowd pleasing, non-aficionado, everyday person that wants to just see a fun little horror movie. A Quiet Place is good. Solid ass movie.
Yep.
Solid ass fucking
I agree.
Movie. Stick her in, Steve. No, you love this one, you piece of shit. I know you do.
Well, I do. And I would personally put it at real awesome. I mean, I just will. Okay. God damn it. I loved it. It's got the little Monster Squad vibe to it. It's got like the fucking it's got the Monster Squad vibe to it as well. But I know people are going to be like, God damn, look at her. She looks like a burn victim with gingivitis. It doesn't even look scary. It just looks like a fucking goddamn discretionary call in a dentist book.
Dude, you sounded that entire fucking time. You sounded just like Jack Burton from a fucking
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble. Yeah, it's like I put her in fucking real awesome.
I will give it up. I'll say fuckable, even though I would skyrocket this horror all the way to real awesome personally. But I will. God damn, it's just a game, Wang.
In your honor, I put it to the vote in the chat between real awesome and fuckable because
they're gonna fuck me.
They
always fuck me.
I would say sucks my butt, Steve. I hate that.
Jesus
fucking movie.
Christ!
I know. That's why I put it in the old hole.
Shit, Wang. It's only a game.
Scary stories to tell in the butt crust.
That's fuckable. That's fuckable.
That's the only answer.
It's fuckable. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I remember reading the the books when I was a kid. They didn't
The
do
books
bad.
are all timer.
Yeah, the books are great. Yeah.
But
It's a fuckable movie.
this is a movie. This is a fucking movie that should have been an R. Like they did not have the wherewithal to really fuck us up.
Well, those
like,
but the books were like for young adults. They didn't want
right.
to like go over the top with
And
it.
I get that, but this is the prime example to me of we were kids when we read it, but we're adults now, and it really scared us as a PG book as kids. So like as adults now, if they would have taken those stories and really done them justice with the money and the Guillermo del Toro's that they had, they could have fucked us.
By the way,
up.
I don't hear any disrespect in the chat. I know we're gonna hear it. Guillermo del Toro is overrated. He's not. He just gets bad scripts. He's not overrated. Shut the fuck up.
I think he's
Go buy yourself some Hawaiian fucking beach shorts. And go walk around. So stupid. I don't know what I was saying.
It makes sense. So honestly, it checks out. I Am Legend.
Well, you know, I mean, you gotta put it. You gotta consider Old Timer, but I don't. I consider Real Awesome. Yeah.
I'll go the Real Awesome boat.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie, and you know, it's sad. It's got some. It's also got some really shitty CGI effects, but the story is solid. The story is great, and I never watched this movie. I do watch this movie. I have to fast forward the dog scene. I'm not gonna watch that shit. I can't.
It's just rough. Yeah, I'm with you on. I'm with you on the Real Awesome. The CGI takes away. It's a great story, crazy ending, shocking. We all remember seeing it. I don't know if it aged that great, but Real Awesome.
I'm sure he thought that he was going to scream that out when he slapped Chris Rock too. I'm legend. It just didn't turn out well for him.
Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, and I'll keep career opportunities out of your mouth as well.
In the case of Darkness,
no, we already did that one.
No, we put it to the chat.
Oh, okay,
yeah. The crowd says fuckable, 55 to 45% fuckable.
I appreciate you.
I said Real Awesome. No, you said Real Awesome.
No, you said sucks my butt. You were on the sucks my butt.
I didn't even put that in the inclusion. You know what? I'm gonna take you shoe shopping.
Thanks. I need some new Puma. I usually get my shoes from Costco.
Hey, Shoe Carnival, man. Buy one, get one 50% off. We could each win.
Dude, the last two pairs of tennis shoes I've gotten, they're Puma, and my wife has gotten from Costco because she works there, and she's gotten them half off.
Is she watching right now?
She's sleeping.
Okay. You gotta stop letting her pick out your shit, man. Just go pick out your own shit.
I don't care about shoes.
Just go pick out your own shit. Like, we had the shirt. We had the shirt situation. Now we've got the Puma situation.
The shirt situation was one thing, and she crossed the line. But the shoes, I don't care.
Just go on Amazon and be like, I like that one.
No, I want to get some Doc. I want to get some Doc Martens, but that shit's expensive.
Yeah, you get them cheap Doc Martens.
Yeah, I don't collect Jordans. I collect Doc Martens.
I collect Jordans, but like when I say I collect, I mean I buy a pair like every.
I literally have one pair of tennis shoes, dude. One, and I'm wearing them right now. And my Puma are wearing out. I've rubbed them ragged.
Well, you're not exactly what we would call an exerciser, right? Like you don't get out and run.
No, but I mean,
they last a while.
No, dude, they don't, because I have to. There's a lot of things I got to do around here. There's a shit ton more.
That's
than
fair.
What's going on?
That's fair.
That I don't.
No, I don't mean that. I just mean
it's falling apart. Like
I mean, you could probably get more miles out of your shoes. Is all I meant. But
not really. No, that's not true. I mean, dude, I probably do more exercise in a fucking day with what I'm doing lately. And
I'm not
saying that. My shoes tell the tale. My right shoe anyway. I'm right-handed, so so the fucking the power is coming from the right. So I'm using the right to move around a lot, and I'm literally my fucking toe is almost coming out through the fucking toe of the shoe, like Popeye and shit. And she's like, "Oh, I got another pair for you in storage," because she has a storage locker. I'm like, how about we just fucking let me go pick out my shoe next time?
That's what I'm saying. Go all the way back to the That's all I'm saying.
I used to wear boots, man. Shoes, I'm good with that because I mean my fucking boots back in the day, it lasted me years.
Take your shit to Hibbett Sports and pick out. Like I want those. I want the fucking
Yeah.
pumps. No,
Crazy shit, dude.
I didn't mean that.
I mean, I could go work out. I mean, I could go do all that shit. I probably look
No.
good in fucking 6 months. But I mean, my point being is that if
I
I
don't
did
mean-
that with the fucking Puma shoes that she's getting me from Costco, that motherfucker's gonna burn off my feet like goddamn Sonic the Hedgehog when he's running a race. It's just a fact. Like, I'm just saying.
I've been trying to finish the same sentence for 5 minutes because we'll stop making me laugh. I can't fucking say what I was trying to say. I don't mean that. I just mean like, you know, like I work out all the time. I'm still fat as shit. like when you're fucking like when you don't need like running shoes and then like daily shoes and then like boots to like do the lawn and then like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you use the same shoes for everything.
Back in the day, I used to wear boots to do the lawn. I do
that's
the
what
lawn
I'm
with
saying.
boots on. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like you don't need like fucking I don't know what we're talking
I don't know where we're going, but I mean the fact is like listen, Costco shoes, they're cheap. And you get some Puma, and Puma was popular in the 80s. It's not so popular now. But dude,
sometimes
I can't. I'm not gonna take my shoe off on camera. But if you look at my right shoe, it's just my right shoe. Literally the toe. I can feel the air on the tip of my toe. It's already pushing through, and I've only had them for like 6 months.
Yeah. I you know, some shoes are
Crazy.
cheap for a reason. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
Cheap.
that price tag matters.
Yeah,
You know
about
what I mean?
cheap though. Curse is cheap as fuck.
That movie
that's a fuckable
less
movie.
than a pair of
Christina
Pumas.
Ricci was hot, but I'll give it fuckable. Personally, I'll give it fuckable.
That movie definitely cost less than a pair of Pumas.
I appreciate it it was the first time you've seen a vampire movie in a while, so I'll give it fuckable. And that's about it.
I'd say fuckable too, just because it was Wes Craven and like the studio fucked the movie up. Like I think they had a good movie in there, and then they came in and just dog shit all over it. So I think fuckable is the appropriate place
for sure.
as well.
Sure.
All right, so and let's see where we are here. This is the only channel you guys can see go so far off course.
I love it, dude. I think it's great. I think you get the spice of life. I think it's great. I think you get like you could go to other fucking bullshit ass channels sometimes, and they just talk about the regular rankings, and they're very serious and business like. I mean, you get the spice of life with your ranking, and I feel like that's a good goddamn deal right there. That's like going to a Golden Corral. Like I could order my food, or I could go to the buffet. That's what you get.
Oh fuck!
Gremlins an all-timer. I think it's an all-timer.
There's no point in discussing it. Gremlins is an all-timer.
We don't need to talk about it.
That's horror fucking classic shit right there. This is gonna be our
horror.
hell.
It's not horror, but it's good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess you could put the horror. I mean, hey, Gremlins is actually there was that it was Gremlins and another movie that caused the MPAA to be created.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was that one?
Yeah, it was Gremlins, and maybe there was another horror movie that they literally didn't have classifications, and they were like, "Oh shit!" Kids were going in there, and they were like biting their mom's tits off because they were trying to suckle on them, and they were scared. You guys gotta make a classification because you were like, "This is for everybody," and they went in there and seen that shit, and they're like, "Holy fuck, I'm not ready." Mom's
got a big ass.
I'm gonna let you deal with this one. I don't remember Ouija.
I remember it, and I remember having a good time with some jump scares and some weird shit, and it was a little bit better than what the Conjuring type spinoffs were doing at the time, but it does not deserve to go anywhere above a fuckable. But it's a strong fuckable. I'd fuck it hard. I'd fuck it sweet. I'd fuck it softly into the night. I'd fuck it in a pair of Pumas. I'd fuck it in a pair of Pumas with a hole in them. I'd fuck it in Adidas.
Listen, you ain't gotta bring up Puma in every goddamn sentence because you feel bad. Puma's fine. Nobody's wrong for wearing goddamn Pumas. All right.
The goddamn CEO of Puma is crying.
They're $50, they're $45, not on sale, and if they're on sale, they give them away.
Hey, I
don't know what goddamn Air Jordans are or Nikes. I just buy.
There's nothing cheap about Pumas. Puma's a strong brand. That's a top 10 brand right there. Puma's top 10.
They used to be. It's like saying, "Hey man, what basketball team you play for?" And one.
I wear Vans more than I wear anything else, and they're pretty fucking cheap. You know. I say.
Well, I'm not skateboarding anytime soon, but
the Air Jordans I have are for fancy time. I only wear those when it's time to go somewhere.
I can't understand that. I don't wear like
dress
Doc
shoes.
Martin boots. like dress boots.
Well, that's the thing. I have a couple pairs of Jordans. Like 2 of the 3 were gifts. They were gifts. I wear them to like it's a fancy dinner. I'm like, I'm gonna put on my fucking. If I'm tucking my shirt in, by God, I can wear my fucking Air Jordan.
Dude, I'm redneck with it. Like they're goddamn tennis shoes, man. Just wear them. Fuck. They ain't goddamn dress shoes.
Why you put me on the spot for having Jordans?
No,
dog?
I mean, no. There's a lot of people like that though. They like Jordans. I never got that though. I was like, hey man, I don't want to scuff my Jordans up. Like, what the fuck you mean? They're tennis shoes. They're sneakers. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh man, I got you paid $200 fucking plus for a pair of sneakers. What the fuck you gonna do? Like, man, I only go out for a certain day of the week. Thursdays, I wear my Jordans.
Most I ever paid for a pair of shoes was $170, and I still feel bad about that.
Fuck shit.
It's too much.
The most I ever paid for a pair of shoes was $110. And I got that at fucking Priceline. Or not Priceline, but Payless Shoes.
Yeah.
Well, and I was like, even then, I was like, I thought this was like the flea market of shoes, and I'm still paying $110. You guys are fucking me.
As well as it's like, hey man, you ever go get so drunk with your friend you end up arguing about shoes?
Well, no, I'm not arguing. I don't care. I appreciate people that collect Jordans and shit. It's like I wouldn't make them feel bad. I feel like it's the same thing as people that collect comic books or something. Like people collect shoes, and that's cool. Yeah. I just feel like a lot of shoes are overpriced because little Chinese workers are making that shit for like nothing, and then they charge you like $158.
Dude, if you watch that Air movie, man, they dick Adidas bad. They talk about like how the Adidas guy, his family was like with the Nazis and shit like that. If I was the owner of Adidas, I would have never let that. Oh, dude, it's fucking awesome. That movie rules.
I heard it was like too short.
Well, I don't think it's too short.
No, it didn't like give a no. Someone said it was like a 10-minute movie that was stretched out for an hour and a half.
I mean, I guess you could say that, but I thought it was one of the best movies I've seen this year. It's on Amazon. You should watch it. It's got a couple moments that'll probably. Yeah. It's got a couple moments that might make you cry too. So like, it's pretty fucking good.
Who they cast as Michael?
Well, they didn't show him because it's just like NBA Live. Remember when you just had that little black bald dude running around called Player?
That's it. Remember that shit like on Tecmo Super Bowl? Like if you had to see Randall Cunningham, he was just a blank face. He was the quarterback.
He was like a 75, 79.
Yeah, you're like, it's Randall Cunningham, but it was just like he looked like a shadow. Like
the kid from Porter's house. That's the exact same thing they did with Air. Yeah. Oh shit! Boogeyman. This movie sucks my butt fucking Steve.
That's a terrible fucking movie. Terrible movie.
We're running out of space and fuckable. You could argue fuckable, but I'll say sucks my butt.
No way, dude. That's a terrible fucking movie.
Yeah, it's kind of
like all you got to do to defeat him is look at him. Holy shit.
I don't believe in you. I'm not afraid anymore. You remember this one? We saw this one like 2 Januaries ago.
I feel like it was a fuckable movie.
Totally fuckable. Underwater was fuckable. Had a pretty cool ending. Had a couple cool spots in it. Some good kaiju type shit. Not a great movie overall. No. And even though we expanded, we are out of room and fuckable. So shit's gonna get weird. Split.
Dude, for me, it's an all-timer.
Ooh, goddamn sticky juice.
I want to go up to the top of the mountain and taste the salt. I want to see what it tastes like when we're at the top of the mountain. Dude, I feel like personally, James McAvoy, he should have won an award for this. I think he did such a great job portraying all of these characters. And again, I think it was written so well. And it's one of those rare gems that M. Night Shyamalan, there was a twist. You already knew the twist. I mean, he pretty much presents it right away, is the fact that they're all waiting on the beast. You can't stop the beast. You can't stop the beast. You can't beat the beast. You can't beat the beast. I got boombox. Yeah. Kanye's my main man.
Kanye's not my man no more.
Well, I feel like he already presented it. They were always talking about the beast. He was a supernatural creature. Delivers on it at the end of the movie. Dude, I feel like, again, McAvoy, why wouldn't you give him an Academy Award for this movie? Like, it was incredible. Like, he really does. He does put on a performance of showcase acting ability. Like, all of these characters, all these personalities were distinct. They were individuals that he was able to give a personality to. You don't see that shit very often anymore. So
I'm not. I totally agree with you on McAvoy. I'm not that big of a fan of the movie because I thought it was sort of one note or whatever. So I would say real awesome, but I put it to a vote in the chat. Meanwhile, while they're voting on that, speed round once again. Bye bye, man. Would you say sucks my butt, Steve? Because that's where I would go.
I mean, bye bye. Smell that crack,
baby. Bye 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 bye.
Yeah. Smell that crack. Is that JC Chavez in the quote?
I can smell it. I can smell you in there.
I hated that movie.
Exorcism.
Dude, to me, Exorcism of Emily Rose is real awesome. I feel like it was underrated. I feel like a lot of people didn't see it. They should have seen it. If you're a fan of The Exorcist, it hits on all those notes. It does it in a little bit of an updated way. It's not as good. No, don't get me wrong at all, but very well done. Very well done. The barn scene was incredible.
Amazing how they made it a court drama mixed with a horror movie and mixed in all those elements. You could make a case for all timer, but we'll say I agree with you on real awesome. Happy Death Day, mother.
I don't know. That's your thing,
fucker. There's no doubt to me, Happy Death Day belongs in fuckable, and I definitely think that it's a strong ass fuckable. So I can't. We're out of room there. I cannot put it in sucks my butt, Steve. Out of the recommended options,
the haunting.
Left,
drop the haunting down.
I will go. All right, we'll meet in the middle on that one and go with the haunting into the hole. Where the fuck is the haunting at?
You're right over it.
Well, the haunting's already in sucks my butt, Steve. So
no, it's not. No, not the haunting. The haunting with the little boy sucking the
the Connecticut.
The Connecticut, yeah.
The Connecticut. I
mean, I would give you AVP.
I would recommend AVP personally.
Okay,
like, that would be
that's fine. We'll do AVP then.
Let's go AVP. And let's do that. That makes me feel more comfortable in my asshole.
Okay.
Because their AVP should have been a fucking banger, right? Like that should have been fucking
I don't think
awesome.
I do. When they announced Alien versus Predator, it felt the same. I got the same vibes as Jason versus Freddy. I knew like it was just like, okay, it's just a show.
No, that's true too. Okay, we're getting close. We're almost fucking there. I can feel it in my chichkis. Last Exorcism.
That's
real awesome. I get it down.
I don't know about real awesome, man. I feel like that's a fuckable movie. I think there was one scary scene in that film that really got to me, and then everything else was kind of like boring. Like people always say that The Exorcism of Emily Rose was boring. I feel like this movie was boring. I feel like they were struggling with what kind of movie they wanted to tell. Okay. I would put it as fuckable personally. I would put it as fuckable. And
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it tiny, and I'm just gonna put it in this corner.
Well, fuck it, yeah.
That way we don't have to fucking.
They share space.
Yeah. You share a fucking bunk bed, you little bitches.
Stop being a whore.
Drag Me to Hell, dude. For me, this one's. I love this fucking movie. I think it's real awesome.
I agree.
Okay, I could go all timer with it. That movie's underrated as fuck. It's funny.
Is it just me, or does she look fucking hot on that?
So fucking hot, dude.
No, like right there on that cover.
No, I know. I know exactly.
I don't know what it is.
Same exact opinion.
Like she's screaming about how great your cock feels inside of her.
It's a mid-sex pose.
I think I'm committing way too much to that joke, but I mean, she looks hot as fuck in that.
It's not even a joke, dude. It's actually just truth. You're just speaking truths.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I can't wait
if I jerked
get
off.
our fucking feminism award.
Our Andrew Tate membership cards in the mail.
We're gonna get that too for sure. All timer.
Yeah, definitely.
All timer.
One of the most underrated scary movies ever, right?
100%.
Fucking super surprised. The Sixth Sense kind of scares.
Yeah.
The others goes up an all timer. I feel like. Sorry if it feels like we're rushing. We had a lot of movies to get through, you guys, and we're almost there. Do we have to discuss it? We don't. It's a goddamn all. It's one of the greatest films ever fucking made. Alzheimer's filling up, and I like it. It makes me hard for men. Quiet Place Part 2. Fuckable.
That's fuckable.
Yeah, it's fuckable. It was the first one was great. This one was all right. It was a good time. The best part about this movie was the opening when they showed again Ground Zero. When it happens, you finally got to see it. The first half was the coolest. The second half was a little stretchy.
I feel like it was unneeded.
Yeah,
you didn't really need it, but
and they're doing more.
Movie, yeah, it's a fuckable.
Put you in that tiny little hole right there. Fucking all timer. I mean, you don't remember that. Stick her in.
Let's get it in there, Earl. God damn, Earl.
Go on now.
Fuck you if you don't agree.
And I believe, if I'm not
I think we're
mistaken,
done. I think that's it.
we have covered them all. We fucking did it.
I
We
feel
almost
like
beat out this
remember
whole
that fat
thing.
kid in the Little Giants? It's like, yes, I've done it. No, the kicker kid, the kid that kicked the. Yes,
No,
I've
you're
done it.
We fucking did it, man.
Hey, all right, clap to ourselves. I will be back. I've literally got to go pee really bad.
Squeeze it out.
I thought we were
Squeeze
going to
one
be
out.
done a half hour ago, but no.
Yeah, I know. We got
All right,
lost in our own minds, in our butts together as men. That's what men do. They get lost inside of each other, physically, mentally, spiritually, but mostly physically, literally inside of each other. That's what we do. That's what best friends do. That's what fucking Roger Predactor saw. Oh, sorry, we already read that, Dante. We were late in the evening. So late in the evening. Barb! It's good to see you, Barb. Thanks so much. She says, late to the stream. Damn it! I have to replay this back, but I'm glad to see PG-13 horror getting some recognition tonight. The Boogeyman had me jumping in the theater seat like my ass was on fire. Same. I saw it alone, and still yet I was like, that one scene when she came home and she was like, I'm not dealing with you tonight. And then that thing all of a sudden was just like, fucking, I saw it in the trailer, Barb, and I went, no! Like I literally like yelped in my seat. Honestly, when you look at it, and I always disagree when they say this is going to be PG-13, because again, I think almost all these movies could be a little bit better if you just added a scene or two of dark shit. But there is no doubt you can make a really scary movie PG-13. No fucking doubt in my mind. Austin says, do you guys hate continuations of classic franchises clearly for profit as much as me? Things like Jurassic World or Disney live action remakes just don't have the same passion soul. I hate this trend. Dude, you are speaking to the motherfucking choir right here. I've never been a Disney dude, even as a child. And this says a lot about me as a fucking person, but like even as a child, when they started singing and shit, I just got sort of uncomfortable and I felt awkward. Love The Lion King, though. Love Aladdin. You know, love Indian in the Cupboard. There's shit that I love. Toy Story, loved it. But yeah, man, they feel soulless. They really do. Specifically the Jurassic Park movies, specifically the Disney live action remakes, the Transformers movies, the same thing. But like, yeah, there is a group of movies that they literally just shovel out shit. In the Fast and Furious movies, it just feels like they know there's a group of people that will go, I'm supposed to see that because it's a big movie and it is summertime and I must watch. And there's a group of people who don't really follow film and movies and like they just whatever's big is what I'm supposed to see because that's the entertainment. That's the big new fucking ride. And they prey on those people, you know. It's not those people's fault. They're living their goddamn lives, you know. They're not paying attention to movies, but it's the studio's fault. Instead of giving them new shit like the new Jurassic Park, like the new original ideas, they're just pumping them full of fucking empty juice placebo ass. And I hate it just as much as you do, as you can tell by my weirdly over the top answer. Daniel Flores, thank you, buddy. Says, going to Kentucky in October to see you guys. Fuck yeah, dude. We will be at Scarefest. We do have a booth that is locked down. That's official. I'm really looking forward to see you guys, especially after the disappointment not being able to go to Knoxville. We will try to party twice as hard with everybody when we do get to Scarefest for sure. Daniel said, also, did you guys get the limited edition Scream posters we sent? Did we just unboxed them? The video's been filmed and it'll be up soon. I don't know why I'm talking in this voice, but I am. And we did. And thank you very fucking much for that. That was really cool of you guys. Faux fucking show, my friends. We have reached almost the end of the show. And Aaron Wojcicki, I just want you to know, he says, hey guys, Jay, you and the family are my thoughts. I will read that when Jay comes back in here for sure, my friend. Just scooting. Andrew Jones says, I know you guys like reading novelizations of certain movies. That being said, Halloween 4 is one of the best I have read. Dude, those Halloween novelizations are so good. They're so fucking good. They really are. The Dennis, if you haven't checked it out, we did a video about it. Check out the original Halloween 4 Dennis Etchison script for Halloween 4. That shit was wild. Michael grew to like 12 feet, like a giant porn dick. It was crazy. But if you enjoy those, you'll definitely enjoy that as well. We had a blast going through all the Halloween novelizations. They really add some spice. I think remember the original one where Michael had his throbbing member?
Oh yeah.
Like She was crazy.
That was my favorite part. I mean, there was a lot of other things going on in that script. That was my favorite part, not the throbbing number part. Just that's stupid. I'm sorry it took me so long. I had to wake my wife up. She was sleeping, and she looked like an out of work Jedi on the side streets of Coruscant. And I said, no. I was like, I always say, I was like, oh, is the stream going well? And she's like, yeah, like she watches, and then this time she wasn't. I was like, is the stream going on? She's like, I don't know. I was like, well, fuck you. Go back to sleep.
He's like, you better wake up because in 15 minutes it's Dick 30. It's time for Jay's.
I'm going to sleep.
It's Jay's big dick time.
It's time for sleepy time.
Aaron Wojcicki said, hey guys, Jay, you and your family are in my thoughts.
Thank you guys. Thank you, man. That's really nice of you. We're not going to get into any particulars or anything like that, but unfortunately Mike and I had to cancel our trip this weekend to FrankenCon due to some unforeseen things going on. But we really do appreciate the love and support that you guys have shown. That's really awesome of you. So really appreciate that, Aaron. Thank you, man.
100%, man. Daniel Flores said, scroll through your videos all the way to 11 years ago. I'm glad you guys didn't give up. Started with a couple hundred views, then a couple thousand. Yeah, it looked like we were going to give up. It did. That dude's
we
knocked the fuck out.
We had no, we were like, we got to make it or we got to fucking break it. No, but it was fun. I mean, the to be honest with you, the reality of it is even if we had quit full time doing what we're doing now, and we're so thankful and lucky to have such wonderful support from you fine folk, we would have always probably done it anyway at some part-time or something. I mean, this is just fun. We've always enjoyed just talking about movies and hanging out with people that have the same kind of interests and tastes that we do, and just being silly. That's the best part. So yeah, but we were just fortunate enough and stupid enough, I guess, to keep pursuing it. So
yeah, you guys hanging around is the only reason we didn't. Trust us, man. You guys gave us the buoy when we fucking needed it. So thank you, Daniel. Really appreciate that, man. He also says Michael Myers Halloween special got you close to 9 million views. Keep making awesome videos. Keep entertaining us. Keep being you. Wife and I enjoy watching videos. I had no idea. I didn't know that was at 9 million.
So if your wife and you keep watching the videos, I'm sure your sex life has been terrible.
They're the 9 million. Like they're 8 of the 9 million.
It's been awful. So it's like exposing your wiener to X-ray without protection.
It's embarrassing in an airport.
Really appreciate it. I didn't even know that. Yeah, the Michael Myers Halloween special, 9 million views. Holy shit!
I had no idea. I knew we had a couple that we've had a few that have been over 1 million, but we've never had one reach 10 million. That'll be fucking wild, dude.
Crazy.
We should do like a reaction or something to it, like a party around it. Oh, dark times. Yeah.
No, it's like we did it. It's gone. It's in the past. I don't want to look at it anymore.
That's crazy though, man. Never in a million years we thought. Thanks for letting us know, Daniel.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. Colton says, y'all going to watch new Spider-Verse?
No, actually, I had planned on going, and well, not in the way that you guys see movies. I was gonna watch it at some point. I'm interested in it. But apparently there's this controversy going around now, which is so fucking stupid. I was like, can we not just have a fucking movie that comes out that we enjoy?
Christ, what is this one?
Did you not hear about this shit now?
Fuck no.
It's always something, dude. I swear to God. It's like, it could just be a movie. It could be a movie about fucking like goddamn fish floating in the sea, and one of them discovers their father wasn't fish bait, and they want to discover their heritage. I don't know. And then there's something that like, oh, you know that they might be gay, or they might be this, or they. I'm like, who gives a shit about your social politics? I fucking am so sick of that shit. Apparently, this is being plagued by this now, because they use different color schemes with Gwen Stacy or Spider Gwen in the movie, and they're like, oh, well, if you look at this, they're trans. I don't fucking care, dude. Like, let me watch the fucking movie. If
it bothers you,
no, well, first off, why does it matter? Like, just don't. Who gives a fuck? It's like, I just want to see the fucking movie, bro. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. It doesn't affect my life. Let's just not worry about it. It's like, did you see the color change? I don't fucking care, dude, bro.
I'm so tired.
It's an alternate reality. Colors could be different. Who the fuck knows? I like that's the
fictional
only thing.
Characters.
No, it's like dude, the Colton. That's literally. But that's not stopping me from saying. I just want to see it as it is. I don't care. But it really, I hate, dude. I fucking hate the society that we live in today. I swear to God, it's such a fucking redundant motherfucking, like, it's always got to be something that puts other people against each other. We can't just go and watch a fucking movie where, like, I Need a Hero song should come on, and I want a fucking Rambo movie. Like, where people could be like, hey, man, that's fucking Rambo, bro. It doesn't matter. Let's just go watch a fucking badass guy that takes steroids, take down the Russian army. I want to watch that shit.
No, and I agree, man. And so, and I want to see it because I love the first movie. The first movie is fucking dope. Saw it like twice with the kids.
It might be the best Spider-Man movie of all time.
Yeah, it may be. And my 7-year-old loved the first one. So the only reason I haven't gone to see that one is like a lot of those movies just don't do well for us here. So like, and the Boogeyman came out the same weekend, but B, the 2.5 hour running time got me. And then I heard that like in a lot of,
I didn't know that. Holy shit.
2.5 hours for a fucking animated film, dude. Come on, give me a fucking break. And then also I heard a lot of people saying in their theaters, there's a lot of issues where the music is louder than the dialogue and people can't hear the movie. And there's shit like that. So I do plan to see it. I'm excited to watch it. It was just one of those things where it was being covered so much. It didn't feel like, and honestly, you're probably the first person to bring it up here. So I guess we made the right decision not to cover it on the channel, but I do look forward to see it because the first one was so fucking good. But 2.5 hours for an animated film, give me a goddamn break, guys. Come on.
Like, that's like doing a Beauty and the Beast 2.5 hour movie. Like, I don't fucking care, dude. The last rose petal fell. Either he's fucked her or he's a beast forever. It doesn't take 2.5 hours to cover that shit. Maybe an hour and a half. I miss those movies, man. Like, let's just go back to an hour and a half, fucking hour and 40-minute movies.
Exactly. I felt like the Boogeyman felt long, and that shit was an hour and 33 minutes long. Dan Murphy said Steve's taint isn't gonna lick itself. The way Mike says 13. The Ring might be the most scared I've ever been in a movie theater. Yes.
Yeah, man. No, I 1000% agree with you. Because that movie was so disarming. Even the trailers for that film just felt like a standard, like, I'm not, just like a couple of jump scares, a very basic horror movie. But there was a lot of thought that went into, like, actually terrifying you psychologically that fucked you up. Like, even the beginning of that movie was like the camera angles, like when like when the girl was found in the closet. Fucking scary, dude.
I'm genuinely shocked that movie's PG-13 because it fucked me up so much. So yeah, 13. Go Flamingo. Go, says Mike only wears Air Jordans during sexy time. Yeah, it's only them some fancy shoes. I said I don't fucking work for corporate America anymore. When I wear fancy shoes, they're gonna be fucking Jordans. Take that, world. Suck my dick, Steve.
If you fuck your girl with Air Jordans on, and that's all you have on, you're Debo from Friday.
It does give you better leverage. You can do all sorts of shit. Fucking. That just happened.
That's gross.
I'd like to apologize.
I think the whole just got pink eye and herpes all at once.
Mark Barton says Gremlins Secrets of Mogwai on Max is okay. I didn't watch that. I'm probably not gonna. I just Gremlins.
What the hell is that
for me? It's an animated Gremlins film that's new that just came out.
Well, here's a question for you guys. Do you think that they should remake the Gremlins? I don't feel like it would be a good idea. I feel like it would be like a CG mess, personally.
Oh yeah, they would never do that. If they did it,
no, it would never be puppeteering like they did.
Right, and that's the only way to fucking do it, man. 100% the only way to do it. Christopher Sampson, I want to talk to Sampson. Fly me to the moon like that bitch. Alex Crampston says late to the chat. Jay, I wish you well.
Thank you, man.
Mike, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you, sir. I'm interested in how Blumhouse does The Exorcist. They're swinging for the fences. I can respect that. Have a great night.
Hey, man. Thank you. Now, that's a gentleman right there. He's a gentleman and a scholar with the way that he worded his question. I agree. It really wasn't a question. It was more of a statement. Well, here's the problem. I'm interested to see, how it all shakes out with The Exorcist. But, dude, it's such a timeless movie. It's so classic. It really is. when you fucking with me, you fucking with the best. Like it kind of feels like that, man. It's like, well, we can make improvements on the Mona Lisa. We could add a little touch of character, or we could do a little, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying they won't do a good job. Blumhouse, they did a great job with Halloween overall. I'm not a fan of Ins, but and Mike was, and we. Well, I guess I'm not a fan. It's more like I'm whatever about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how they take that that history and that legacy of that character of Reagan and the Exorcist and move forward with it. But dude, like there's some movies that you just can't, you shouldn't touch. And I feel like that's one of them. That's like, I would feel the same way if they're like, we're remaking The Godfather. I'd be like, why? Why though? It's great. It's perfect. The way that it is. It's timeless. It stands up. Even today, you can watch the fucking Godfather. You can watch The Godfather Part 2. You can watch The Exorcist. They hold up. You don't need a remake.
Yeah. It's weird because like I got in a weird place with David Gordon Green where I was like, oh, what you're doing is cool. It's different. It's auteur. It's strange. You're putting your own vibe on it. And as much as I liked Halloween Ends, when I look back at it, and I still like that movie a lot as just a strange little movie in the Halloween universe, I do understand exactly why Halloween fans were upset with him. Because it was like, you act like you were so happy to take this role and you promised so much and you said you were going to do all these things. And it felt like you kept changing your mind over and over again. Be like, no, I want to do this. No, this is about me. And that's kind of what it felt like at certain times with David Gordon Green. That being said, when the Exorcist TV series came out, Jay and I were the first ones to be like, nope, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's dumb. And apparently that show rocked the shit. So, and I love the idea of The Exorcist because really it is an idea that can float on and do its own thing because it's a demon that haunts, like it's a timeless story in a way.
You could do it you could do like an American Horror Story with The Exorcist. If you really, if you were smart about it and you went about it in a certain way. But if you're remaking the films, dude, I mean, come on.
Well, and it's a requel to the original, and I think I'm weird because I'm like, I think someone should have done a requel to the original because The Heretic sucks so much ass.
So bad.
So
it's
like
so fucking bad.
Yeah, a requel to the original is a great idea. And it's not even necessarily David Gordon Green that I don't have much faith in. It's actually Blumhouse. I feel like whoever does an Exorcist requel should be someone who's willing to push the gas, all gas, no fucking break. Let's fuck with people. The original movie had a child stabbing herself in the vagina, screaming, "Fuck me, Jesus." Like they reached the deepest, darkest depths of fucking.
And it wasn't a TikTok video. It was in the 70s.
Yeah. It wasn't a Chris Brown fucking music special, but like, they went there. And I just don't think Blumhouse these days, Blumhouse seems like they're way more interested in what Universal wants and doing safe movies.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like The Exorcist is a place for someone who's willing to go there. And Blumhouse seems like they're the other version of that. But that being said, I'm always interested to see someone take, like you said, a swing at the fences. So I will go into it with an open mind, and I hope it rocks my shit. I really do.
Well, I hope so.
But I'm not confident, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential for corporate sellout. Make something that's very digestible to the public audience. Peacock. Yeah. I don't know, man. Hopefully, it's a classic film. It's a classic fucking movie. It's a staple of horror. And like I personally, I feel like The Exorcist, the first one, is already done perfectly. There's no fucking reason. You don't need to touch up on anything. Even a requel is stupid. It's already perfect. Yeah, you can add in some shit and technology is improved. But dude, when you watch that movie even today, in 2023, that movie is incredible. That movie's fucking absolutely incredible. Acting, cinematography, everything perfect. But
yeah, and hey, we fucking love you, Chris. That's a great fucking thing, the topic to bring up. We love all of you guys. We're getting the fuck fuck out of here. Like that dude who got thrown out onto the steps in The Exorcist.
You are you sorry for your sins? And we're just gonna like squeeze your hand.
Hey, it's been fun as shit. We
Yeah,
cannot believe every single show this many people show up to hang out with us and talk movies.
It's been incredible.
Blast.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. Thank you. And again, I want to say we were glad to do this stream for you guys because, like we mentioned before, someone brought it up in the chats. We won't be able to make it to FranklinCon this year, and again, it really bums us out. It really fucking sucks, dude. And we want to do something nice for you guys. We wanted to like hang out with you guys. We want to do the stream for you guys. And thank you guys for being so receptive to us and being so awesome, and and not being weird, and that's the main thing. Thank you guys. So, man, what a great community! What a fucking awesome community you guys are. Really, that's awesome. So, thank you guys, man. Thank you.
We're just a couple lucky gay dudes
In the middle of June. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I love you, man. I love all of you guys. We both do. You guys have an amazing fucking night, and we're gonna pay for all your drinks.
My shit's on credit.
Yeah, just email.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck MikeandJR.com.
We won't show up to pay that bill. See you guys.
Love you guys. Good night.